Another wonderful day, another fine day. We get together and we have conversations. We get together and we talk. We get together and we talk about our community, things that are happening in our community, things, um, conversations that can lead us to progress, conversations that can make us get better, conversations that can move us from where we are to someplace that is better. Innocent, welcome.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everybody, and
French.
both. Good evening, everybody. We're happy to be together with you today. Bonsoir à tous, bonsoir tout le monde. Nous sommes encore heureux de vous retrouver ce soir pour une autre discussion des choses de l'actualité, des choses qui impactent la communauté. Alors, nous vous souhaitons la bienvenue. Asseyez-vous, scotchez-vous, prenez un verre d'eau, de jus pour certains, et discutons ensemble. Vous pouvez également interagir avec nous à travers les commentaires ou bien on va à un certain moment afficher le numéro par lequel vous pouvez activement participer à la conversation, donner votre point de vue. On a plusieurs sujets sur lesquels on doit parler, mais essentiellement, c'est le débrief de, du match des Lions Indomptables qui s'est passé l'autre jour du côté de l'Afrique du Sud. On va un peu débriefer avec les aléas, les choses qui se sont passées autour jusqu'aujourd'hui. On va un peu parler aussi de la préparation du prochain match qui se tiendra mardi prochain.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about a lot of things, a lot of wonderful things that happen. I don't even know if when I say wonderful, I'm talking about positive or negative. But we'll talk about the game in South Africa. We'll talk about preparations for the game. We'll talk about Mark Brees. We'll talk about the conversation will just center around football, especially football for Cameroon, football for Africa, and like my brother was saying, if you get for make any contributions at one point in time, we'll open phone line. Shinoyanke Salo. No Shinoyanke that. Like my brother was saying, at one point in time, we'll open the phone lines. But we encourage people them during the show to always engage in comments. If we talk something you do not like it, you can actually comment. If we said something that was not correct, you can actually correct us in the comment section. Or if you wanted us to talk about something, or you wanted to make suggestions, you can also let us know in the comment section. By the way, shout out to my brother Ajab. Today my birthday. Happy birthday, bro. Man, continue to grow beautifully, continue to grow with more wisdom, continue to grow with love for the community. Everything you've invested in this community, you know we even enjoy am now picking to enjoy am ayagram picking the ayagram picking. When I say you know enjoy now because you're already fine and you're definitely going to leave this world happy. But the investments you don't make am for the community, you're picking and you're picking and you're picking and you're picking the will benefit from. Shout out bro, happy birthday. Um yeah, while we're waiting for my brother, who is supposed to be our third co-host or guest to join. Okay, I don't know why he called me. But you can go ahead. Let me just try to find out why he called me. Innocent.
Yeah. So,
By the way, you said something the other time, and
yeah,
then we.
c'est où je voulais revenir.
Okay.
En fait, pendant la cacophonie qu'il y a eu en Afrique du Sud lors du déplacement des Lions Indomptables, je pense que j'ai fait une sortie qui n'était pas correcte, on va dire, les éléments, qui était un peu biaisée parce qu'on n'avait pas les éléments, on partait dans la spéculation. Maintenant qu'on connaît un peu plus, avec un peu plus de clarté ce qui s'est passé, je tiens un peu à faire ici notre,
Yeah, I don't send you link.
notre mea culpa. Et maintenant, il s'agissait également de tout ce qui s'est passé en marge de cette rencontre face à l'Eswatini. Les Camerounais, l'équipe, la délégation est quittée de Yaoundé avec près de 2 heures de retard. Pour, je dis encore, nous sommes au conditionnel. Il se pourrait qu'un joueur de l'équipe nationale, notamment André Onana, refusait de remettre son passeport aux responsables pour les formalités de départ. Bon, je dis encore, nous sommes au conditionnel. Ce sont des informations qui restent encore à vérifier. Et ce retard a causé également, a fait un effet de boule de neige, c'est-à-dire ils étaient censés atterrir à Nelspruit, en Afrique du Sud, mais l'aéroport de Nelspruit étant un petit aéroport, ferme ses portes à 18 heures. dont le retard accusé à Yaoundé et puis l'arrêt technique, l'escale technique qu'ils ont fait à Brazzaville au Congo les a mis en retard. Alors, quand ils arrivent dans la ville de Nesprut, l'aéroport est déjà fermé. Bien que l'ambassadeur du Cameroun étant déjà sur place a essayé par ses moyens de convaincre les autorités de permettre à l'avion qui portait la délégation camerounaise d'atterrir et il n'a pas pu obtenir gain de cause. Alors, on a demandé à l'avion de faire de plutôt se poser à Johannesburg, qui est à 30 ou 40 minutes de vol de Nelspruit, qui est normalement la ville qui accueillait les Lions. Donc, après atterrissage à Johannesburg, il fallait maintenant trouver une solution. Selon les informations également, le président de la fédération, lorsqu'il a été informé de la situation, a demandé à l'agent de liaison de prendre un hôtel pour que les Lions se reposent à Johannesburg, qu'ils dorment bien, et le lendemain, qu'ils prennent le vol de 30 minutes, de 35 à 40 minutes, pour que, avec beaucoup plus de fraîcheur, pour arriver dans la ville de Nelspruit et pour être beaucoup plus frais et affronter les Swatinés dans de meilleures conditions. Mais sa proposition a reçu une fin de non, n'a pas été reçue positivement. Et alors, ils ont préféré, avec peut-être le concours du ministère, prendre un bus et s'engager sur la route. On parlait d'une distance d'à peu près 350 km qui leur a pris à peu près 4 heures de temps de bus. Et ils ont roulé de bus jusque-là. Et ils sont arrivés dans les encablures de 3 heures ou 4 heures du matin et on a vu l'effet sur eux lors de cette rencontre. Donc, je tenais à clarifier ça. Nous avons donné des informations qui étaient erronées et merci de rester avec nous. Voilà à peu près la correction et les informations que nous avons jusqu'à ce jour.
D'après moi, for me, the information was not even an error, because at the end of the day, it's the gang of persons. So even if the guy who refused to give their passport, who caused the delay, like why would a player, you've been playing with a national team, you understand the procedures and everything, they ask you to give your passport, you refuse to give your passport, to the extent that they have a 2 hours delay in Yaoundé, between Yaoundé and Congo. Now, the plane was, which means the programming was okay. The plane was supposed to land directly in Nesprut or whatever they call it. You understand? But now, on getting there, their airport was closed already. They cannot, and that's how organized they are. If it was Cameroon, maybe they'll say, oh, let's open the airport. Don't want 500 ou 200,000 on ouvre l'aéroport. No. For them, they were like, you're closed, go look for someone else and land. And then now they fly 45 minutes to Johannesburg. And then the president comes out and say, hey, I feel like you guys should spend the night there. It's going to be even on me. It's not even on the federation.
Yeah.
They'll get you guys a hotel. You spend the night there. We'll secure a flight for you guys tomorrow morning so you can travel to a flight to where you're going to, which is in 45 minutes. You get there fresh, you train, and then you play later on in the day. These guys, complice between nos vieux Aboubakar and le têtu Onana peut-être derrière, mais avec le coach qui se dit qu'il est un peu têtu. Mais on va lui montrer qu'il est au Cameroun. They connive and they say, no, we have to drive. Just because they don't want a situation where it is going to come out, oh, le président de l'Africa Foot a payé avec son argent pour loger les joueurs et pour faire transférer les joueurs. At the end of the day, if they had won, it would have been a good thing. Now, he said something that I wanted to clarify. Quand ils sont arrivés là-bas, ils étaient fatigués et ça se voit dans le match. Non, ils se sont mouillés. Ce n'est pas question de... It's not about they were tired, so they did not deliver the way they were supposed to deliver. For me, they messed up big time. And that was just it. Let us bring in our brother and then we can continue this conversation. I know he's like, damn, what is this Nasako saying? Boss, welcome.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you very well.
Yeah, good evening, guys. Good evening, guys. Always a pleasure to get on here and talk football. So,
yeah, we'll be trying to correct the situation happen, because we talked for here the other time, say it was miscalculation from between the Ministry of Transport and the Ministry of Sports, why they even get to go land for South Africa and things like that. But actually, the plane was destined for a better destination, which was the name of that city? Nesprut. But then, because of the delay they had in Yaoundé, because one player was refusing to give their passport, we don't know why. That was why they had that delay, plus the delay in Congo. That was how they got to their destination late, and the airports were closed, and they had to fly back to. What is your take on that?
I mean, in all honesty, right?
Yeah.
For me, it's I mean, first of all, I have to ask, where do you guys actually get your information from? Because most of the information that we are getting is unofficial, right? We are not getting it from Fecafoot. We are not getting it from Minicep. It's a bunch of bloggers actually giving us this information, and I don't want to base my argument on those information because it's not coming from a valid source. But this is what I will say. For me, it's just total chaos because, first of all, when you organize such a trip, right, you should give time because we know there are unforeseen circumstances. So, regardless of the delays, 2 hours delays should not throw a whole journey off. You see what I'm saying? If you have a game, you fly to South Africa. How far is Cameroon from South Africa? Why do the players, first of all, have to go to Cameroon before going to South Africa? What type of arrangement is that? You know, so for me, I mean, it's deja vu. We have seen this before. You know, the arrangements are not good. And I've said this before. If Fecafoot and Minicep are not looking into one direction, then football in Cameroon would not grow. So for me, all the stories is just, for me, it's just manipulation. Because my true question is, why does 2 hours, a delay of 2 hours, or even a delay of 4 hours, have to throw a whole journey, you know, apart? It's mismanagement. We did not plan well. We have known this schedule for a long, long time. Why do players have to travel from Europe to Cameroon before going to South Africa?
Okay, you keep saying Fecafoot and ministry has to look in the same direction. But what you're trying to do right now is cover up for the ministry. This had nothing to do with Fecafoot. The ministry was supposed to do everything. On the contrary, it had something to do with a specific player. You said also that you don't know where we're getting information. Someone just commented that the Fecafoot communication officer gave the information. The message is true. So we are not here just talking because we want to talk. Yeah, sometimes we can talk.
I mean, which information are you talking about? Because you were talking about.
July, let me just finish. We don't really need to get into a back and forth. Like Avokotuta will talk also. Onana refused to give his passport, hence the 2 hour delay, which is not a normal thing. And who gives Onana that right? The coach and the ministry. Now, they're not making me say if the team manager appointed by Fecafoot comes to you, say, give me this, you can do whatever you want to do. Go ahead, you wanted to say something.
Ok, je vais aussi préciser ceci. Merci pour le commentaire de Rosine Tungwe. Elle a raison. Le Jean-Marie Koussa, qui est le chef du département de la communication de la Fecafoot, a fait un communiqué. Il a dit ceci. Au départ, quand ils ont vu que le calendrier FIFA était très serré, c'est-à-dire il y a les joueurs qui jouaient 2 jours avant pour venir au rassemblement, 2 jours avant le match. Ils ont proposé au coach de renvoyer le match. La Fecafoot a dit au coach que qu'est-ce que tu penses? Il faudrait mieux, pour une meilleure préparation, qu'on renvoie le match peut-être le 21 pour que tu aies le temps de préparer. Le coach a refusé. Ils ont maintenant fait une deuxième proposition au coach. OK, il serait judicieux que les joueurs quittent directement leur club pour l'Afrique du Sud, directement. Et là, vous faites votre rassemblement et vous commencez la préparation pour le match.
Là, ça devait être 45 minutes pour aller à Nelsbrook.
Ou aller, vous pouvez même atterrir à Nelsbrook même et faire tout ce qu'il faisait sur place et jouer et rentrer au Cameroun. Mais le coach a dit non, il veut ses joueurs à Yaoundé. Et de Yaoundé, ils vont aller en Afrique du Sud. Donc, maintenant, comme tu es en train de lui dire, je pense que c'est vrai que True Lion, on ne peut pas prendre ce que les blogueurs ont dit pour la vérité, tu as raison. Mais là, il y a eu des communications officielles au niveau de la fédération. Maintenant, il y a autre chose. Un membre de l'Assemblée générale de la fédération, ancien candidat à l'élection présidentielle, Dr Niamsi, Jean Crépin Niamsi, qui a fait une sortie. Il est membre de l'Assemblée générale, donc il représente quand même, il a quand même les informations. Il y a Bernard Choutan, qui fait partie de l'exécutif de la fédération, qui a également fait une sortie. Ce qui se passe, c'est qu'il y a quand le ministère avait fait la nomination du staff et qu'il avait mis comme coordonnateur adjoint de l'équipe nationale, un de ses, comment on dit, un fonctionnaire du ministère des Sports. Lui, il aime jouer le rôle du coordonnateur. des sélections, vous comprenez? C'est lui qui prend les passeports des joueurs pour torpiller la route au coordonnateur. En fait, même au team press, c'est le team press même qui doit jouer, ce n'est même pas le coordonnateur. Et le team press de la FECAFOOT, c'est Anoudji. Le monsieur prend lui les passeports avant. Il y a certains joueurs qui envoient directement le passeport à ce monsieur du ministère, parce que c'est eux qui tiennent les choses, apparemment. Et le team manager des Lions de Nantab lui-même n'a pas accès au passeport. Parce qu'en réalité, avant même qu'il n'arrive à l'aéroport, le team manager doit être à l'aéroport avant eux pour faire ces formalités-là. Comme ça, quand ils viennent, on les identifie juste puisqu'il est là, il est placé, chacun a son passeport. On les identifie juste pour faire la formalité. Ils passent et ils récupèrent. Il arrive encore en Afrique du Sud, il peut faire les mêmes modalités. Mais si on arrive à l'aéroport et que certains jouent encore leur passeport dans leur poche, c'est qu'il y a un problème. Donc, il faut dire les choses telles qu'elles sont. On veut bien couvrir le ministère, on ne veut plus laver le linge, mais à un moment que chacun prenne ses responsabilités. Nous, on dit ici chaque jour, si la FECAFOOT est celui qui doit gérer ce côté technique et administratif-là, laissez la FECAFOOT gérer. Le côté logistique, laissez-la gérer. Le seul truc dans lequel le ministère intervient à l'heure actuelle, selon les textes, c'est les finances. Ils n'ont plus rien à voir avec la gestion de chaque jour-là. Ils doivent gérer les finances, c'est-à-dire quand le gouvernement met l'argent à la disposition du ministère pour gérer les Lions indomptables, c'est à ce niveau-là qu'il intervient. Mais si c'est pour organiser le vol, prendre les hôtels,
payer le hôtel,
payer tout, ça ne les concerne pas. Parce que déjà, c'est quelque chose qui se gère de fédération à fédération. Vous comprenez un peu? Donc, que le ministère reste à sa place, que la fédération reste à sa place et pour éviter cette cacophonie.
And True Lion, so that's the reason why I say when we continue to say make FECAFOOT and ministry, they fix the problem. We are not helping the situation. We are not helping the situation because the moment you continue to say, may they fix them, it seems that no, we have to point out that at this point in time, you are actually the person that is actually committing the chaos that we are having.
How am I committing the chaos? I'm just saying it.
I'm not talking about you committing the chaos. I'm talking about the ministry.
You guys are analyzing issues based on rumors. Show me where the official guy of FECAFOOT said Onana refused to give me his passport. I read that text. There's no way he calls Onana's name. Now, Bernard
he did not call Onana's name, but he said some player refused.
Bro,
I'm just asking.
Let me explain
the text.
I am not analyzing this situation based on what I know, based on
what you read or what you know.
What do you know?
It's okay.
No,
I don't know anything.
You are saying that
okay,
we don't.
Why get me on here if I don't know anything?
No, you are saying we don't have the right to conclude because we don't have information, but you want to conclude.
I mean, why do you call me on your platform if you cannot let me express myself?
Go ahead, express yourself.
True Lion.
No. I mean, simple as that.
Sorry, I will not. Just go ahead, man.
I listened to what Bernard Chutang said. Bernard Chutang. That's why I'm asking.
Bernard Chutang is not credible, just like you say.
But listen, of course, he's not credible to me. I've listened to Bernard Chutang so many times. He's not credible. He's lied about certain things. I don't take him serious. Now that's me. That's my opinion. You know, we all have opinions. Okay.
Yeah, you're entitled to your opinion. That's fine.
Exactly, and that's why I've said that. Why does 2 hours of delay have to throw? Now, I'm not saying FECAFOOT is the issue. I'm not saying the minister. I said both entities have to look into one direction. You cannot be working for the better of football in Cameroon and you don't work together. Football is a team sport where everybody has a role to play. If the ministry is not doing their role, then we shall fail. If the players get there hours before the game and they are not physically or they did not have enough rest, then we shall fail. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not here to point fingers at FECAFOOT or to point fingers at the minister. Both of them fail together. That's what I'm saying. That's my opinion.
Okay. But what I'm saying also is we have gotten to that place where we are supposed to point fingers. If FECAFOOT is doing something wrong, we should be able to say FECAFOOT is wrong. Just like back in the days, when Song was not doing something right, you will point fingers at Song and say, Song, you are wrong. You did not do this, you did not do this. Now it has gotten to Magbri's time. We don't see you pointing fingers. We don't see you. If FECAFOOT was the one who did not do something, you will say, FECAFOOT, you have not done this. Samuel Eto'o, you have not done this. I have videos of you saying that. But then when it comes to a situation where entirely it's the ministry, because you're talking about, the 2 hours delay, as if the 2 hours delay was even on the play, the fake up. No, it was entirely still on the ministry.
Did I say it was fake up?
Let me just finish.
Don't be funny, but I didn't say it's fake up.
What I'm saying is, I feel like you should be responsible enough to say this entire debacle is on the ministry. First of all, the Fecafoot proposal, let us meet in South Africa. They say no. Fecafoot proposal, okay, if you can't have a match, let us postpone the game. They say no. And then their top player, who we know whose scan he's on, decide to delay with passports and stuff like that. They have the 2 hours. It is just reasonable for us Cameroonians to call them out. And the only reason why they continue doing what they're doing is because we don't want to call them out. We should come out and say, Fecafoot should go and negotiate. Fecafoot, let me finish what I'm saying, please. I allow you to finish what you were saying.
Okay, go ahead.
Fecafoot, there is a text, the 2014 text that stipulates financially, this is a person who is responsible. Technically, this is a person who is responsible, which is what it's supposed to be. When we continue to get rumors or words of people saying the whoever is going there to take passports and this, now if this person was supposed to take players' passport, how come? Because the only reason we are hearing that some senior players refuse to give their passport, it's evident in the fact that there was one player who was still having his passport when they went to South Africa. It means it's not only that player, there were many other players who refused to give their passport. You understand?
Who are they refusing to give their passport to?
I will not answer that question because whatever I say, you're going to say the information is not authentic. Let's move on. So, one other thing I wanted us to talk about is the game itself. How did you see the game?
Le match en lui-même.
No, let's start with True Lion.
I think the game, Cameroon created opportunities, but were not able to score. They were not clinical enough. I think there was some tired legs. There was also lack of creativity in the midfield because what I saw is that Eswatini came and defended in a low block, made it difficult for Cameroon. But I don't know why Mark Briggs actually started with a guy like Abubakar. For me, Abubakar should not be started. Put Abubakar on the bench. The new guy from FC Porto, you can start him or you can start Magri up front. Starting 2 strikers, I think that's why we saw the first half was a little bit, not creative enough. But when the guy from FC Porto came in, the second half was actually better. He came in about 35 minutes to the end of the game, and then we created more opportunities. I also think Wemo was very, very wasteful with his crosses, especially in the first half. Decision making was not good. Then I think Basingok was also a waste. He was not creative enough, So that's the way I saw that game.
Innocent, I'm going to ask you a different question because at the moment, if these guys can travel this way, they got to their destination, let's say 1 day or less than 24 hours before time, right? And we saw the result on the field. And remember in the Nations Cup, there was one other player who came la veille du match et voulait jouer le lendemain. And when we were saying it is not normal with football, people were saying, oh no, these people are professionals, they can handle this and this and that. And that is it. Now, the same people who are saying these people are professional, it's okay for a player to come the eve of a game and then play the next day, are saying, oh, it's not normal for players to travel and then play the next day. The question I was going to ask you is, the Eswatini side, how did you see them?
I mean, c'est une très belle équipe de l'Eswatini. Il faut d'abord préciser que tous les joueurs là jouent soit le championnat local, soit le championnat sud-africain. Donc, il n'y a pas le grand nom, il n'y a personne qui sort d'un grand club là-bas. Mais ils ont été assez malins pour exploiter nos faiblesses. Nos faiblesses. Ils ont vu toute la débâcle au niveau de l'organisation, du voyage et tout ça. Ils savent que ça fatigue. Je vais vous dire, avant de continuer sur la question, regardez seulement l'image de Baleba à la fin du match. Il est couché. Quand on sifflait la fin du match, il est couché essoufflé. Donc, vous comprenez que la préparation n'était pas bonne. Et l'équipe des Eswatini a été mal, et le coach a été malin pour utiliser ça. Il a fait courir, user le milieu de terrain complètement. Tout là, on a pointé là que le milieu de terrain n'était pas créatif. Oui, parce que les gars de l'Eswatini essayaient de les faire courir, de tirer le milieu de terrain. Maintenant, notre coach est parti avec un système de 4-4-2. Et première des choses, c'est bien comme True Lion a pointé Abubakar qui ne devrait plus commencer les matchs. Il peut maintenant jouer en joker, il peut entrer en joker pour finir, corriger les erreurs. Ou alors, il entre quand les défenseurs sont déjà fatigués. Mais tu mets Aboubakar et Magri, c'est à peu près le même profil. C'est à peu près le même profil d'attaquant. Donc, les gens qui sont un peu forts dans les duels aériens et balle au pied.
Yeah.
Mais maintenant, tu t'en rends compte après une mi-temps, ça ne passe pas. Et qu'au milieu, c'est difficile. Parce que Baleba ne peut pas faire tout le travail seul. Le milieu, c'est difficile. Pourquoi tu ne fais pas un changement tactique? Tu fais changement tactique. Passe même en 3 défenseurs, 4 milieux et 3 attaquants. Tu densifies le milieu, tu donnes un peu plus d'opportunités devant. Et ça fait que tu bloques le premier rideau défensif au niveau du milieu de terrain est un peu plus fermé. Non, il a gardé, lui, son système jusqu'à la fin. Ça, c'est les choses que je vais dire. Mais moi, je vais dire, le Cameroun fait nul avec les Swatini. Et ce match, pour moi, c'est une défaite. Disons les choses telles qu'elles sont. On ne peut pas amener nos standards aussi bas et dire que non, on a fait nul avec les Swatini. On a fait 9 matchs invaincus, donc 0 victoire dehors. On n'a fait que des nuls dehors. Non. Nous sommes le Cameroun. Nous sommes une grande nation de football. À un moment, même l'orgueil doit pouvoir jouer que non, je ne peux pas me laisser malmener par une petite équipe comme ça. Mais moi, je vais quand même dire bravo à l'équipe de l'Eswatini qui a su exploiter nos faiblesses. Ils ont été solides défensivement, même si on a eu quelques occasions, on n'a pas pu concrétiser, mais c'est parce qu'on avait une solide équipe défensivement qui nous tenait nos attaquants. Et surtout au milieu de terrain. Le milieu de terrain, il ne nous laissait pas faire. Donc, du coup, ça a créé beaucoup de difficultés dans nos milieux. Donc, moi, c'était une belle équipe. Tactiquement, ils ont bien joué leur match. Ils n'ont pas peut-être eu de bonnes occasions pour mettre un but peut-être contre le Cameroun, ce qu'on n'aurait pas souhaité. Mais tactiquement, ils ont tiré leur épingle du jeu.
And that you said something that caught my attention. That the whole idea of making excuses instead of actually pointing out that this is a problem we have, solve this problem and let's move on. If Eto'o is actually the problem, because we have seen Eto'o actually compromise on so many levels. You understand? Now, are these people only taking advantage of the fact that once he said, okay, you know what, I'll allow you guys to manage the finances.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, he's trying to give up. Now we want this and we want this. That's just disorder. At the moment, we have coaches that will sit on, that will not even sit on the bench. Ils s'assoient au gradin, qu'on n'utilise pas. This is the people's money that they are wasting.
Yeah.
You understand? If the presidential decree has stipulated that this is what should happen, for me, I feel like, okay, Mark Brice, that was what the presidential, we can actually do what the presidential decree says until another presidential decree can come and say, you know what, now the coach that they are going to select will have to select his administrators. If Fecafoot wants it that way, they will say, yes, let's sign the partnership. But if they don't want it, they'll say, no, we have our money, keep your money, we'll manage our football. That's just all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Instead of us continue to make excuses, oh, they were tired, oh, they were this. And if you look at it, every time we start making excuses, we are just shifting the goalpost.
Yep.
You understand? I will play a video and then I want my brother True Lion to react to that video.
Ryan Mbeumo avec son pied gauche. Il y a un pied droit, un pied gauche. Il y a même André Onana.
So that is actually, we all saw the match. We saw that instance and everything. Now, gardien that for Phil, he come off for Paul, and he tell a player the way they did jouer de champ as they call him, waiting for do for free kick. First of all, I want me True Lion react, and then I'll give my own opinion.
I think that was Onana being indisciplined in that situation. We have seen him done that before. That's the way Onana actually plays with the national team. I don't encourage that. As simple as that.
Innocent.
Oh, il y a tellement de choses à dire, mais l'autre, c'est ajouter encore de l'huile sur le feu. Bon, nous tous, on comprend le rôle d'Onana, mais là, il a outrepassé. Bon, je ne vais même pas dire outrepassé, parce qu'on a vu les gardiens qui sont même montés parfois à un corner et ils ont marqué. Bon, si c'est pour faire le jeu de l'action. Mais aller dire, bon, pour lui, peut-être c'était pour encourager l'équipe et mettre, je ne sais pas moi, ce Hemley là qui manque, mais leur donner un peu cette niaque-là. Ça, c'est ce que je pense que c'était. Mais bon, personnellement, moi, ça ne me dérange pas qu'il ait fait ce geste. Ça ne me dérange pas. Ça montre seulement son caractère de leader. Personnellement, ça ne me dérange pas.
OK.
Ryan Mbeumo avec son pied gauche. Il y a un pied droit, un pied gauche. Il y a même André Onana, si on veut. Je sais pas trop ce qu'il fait là, André Onana.
Okay, so you hear even the journalist say, I don't know what he's doing there. Let me tell you something. You see football, especially for this age, we are adults. You understand? Chacun doit prendre ses responsabilités.
Ouais.
If your role na for stay for cash board them, stay for cash board. Onana, we don't encaisse about 30 goals or about 100 and something goals for Manchester United. The one tell Buemo, we don't score how many goals this season. You understand? You want Kelly have to play free kick? That is so disrespectful.
Yeah.
And that was the same situation that happened when he was telling Nicolas Nkulu what to play. You understand? This guy plays professional football like you. Allow him to play what he has to play. If he's not doing his job the way he's supposed to do it, the coach will replace him. That was the same thing that happened in Qatar. Was trying to tell the guys how to do it, how to do their job, and they were like, no, you cannot tell me what to do. And then all of a sudden, training ground problem. And this, if somebody, for me, I just look at it, if the man actually do.
But this is one action that happened on the field. When you take it out to Qatar, those are two different things. What he's doing on the field, it has no correlation with what happened in Qatar.
Ma show you how it correlates with what happened for Qatar.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we all be here. Abubakar interview where he say, le coach parle, il parle. Le coach parle, il parle. He means the coach give instruction on what I want my team do. Onana give his own instruction on what he thinks they must do. That is a disorder he brings to the team. You can sit there and say, you know, correlate, you know. But guess what? Now, who did they talk say, you know, give passport? Is that not indiscipline? That is the same character. And those are the small things I'm trying to say. If we don't call out these things as a nation, if we are not strong enough to come out and say, hey, bro, we know you're good. You understand? But at this level, we feel like, allow me, Buemo, and every other person. If you want to play the free kick, can't just say you want to play the free kick. You play them. Maybe so you can't tell them what to do. How many times on and don't show people how to play free kicks or man score?
No, but that's not for me. It was more like, you know, he was there, and I think that was the end of the first half, right? That was the end of the first half, and there was about some seconds still remaining. So for me, my fear was like, okay, what if you kick that free kick and the goalkeeper catches it and there's a counter attack? Of course, many players sometimes communicate with others. Just give them like information, like, okay, you can stand here, you can stand here. There's nothing wrong with that. But my problem with Onana being there was just because it was too risky, but not that he was communicating with his players.
Je pense que je partage ton avis, True Lion, sur cette question. Moi, ça ne me dérange pas qu'un gardien monte. Si et pour lui, il trouve qu'il peut aller galvaniser ses coéquipiers, ça va. Moi, ça ne me dérange pas. Pour moi, ce n'est pas scandaleux. On a vu les gardiens monter même. Moi, je suis un fan de Liverpool. J'ai vu Alisson Becker sur un corner monter. Il a tété. Il a donné la victoire à Liverpool. Là, le dernier
il a monté, demandé
non, il est parti jouer l'action.
And that is the difference about what I'm saying. It's different when you come to the ball and you say, guys, let me play. On a vu Hugh Guita, right? Hugh Guita was scoring free kicks.
Yeah, he was.
That is completely different from when you come there and you're telling them what to do. These guys are adults. These guys, trust me, c'est la même chose qu'on a eu avec this guy was playing lateral gauche. What's his name? Asue Ekoto. And Mokanjo. Where Mokanjo was trying to play what I know I can play. I'm trying to play what I think is the reason why they gave me a green, red, yellow shirt. But guess what? Asue Ekoto thinks he knows too much to tell him what to do. You understand? Do you know why we won in 2017? Because we never had any big names who were there too. Even Abubakar, he was not starting.
He was bench.
Who was playing?
Jip Tambe.
Guess what? Jip Tambe was not as technical or whatever, but guess what? He was playing the role of the coach.
That was attributed to good coaching.
Yeah.
That was attributed. That whole 2017, it was about.
Yeah, it was Obo Bros. Yeah.
And truly, and that's what we're saying. If you, Onana, cannot give the coach the chance, you understand?
Who is Onana to give chances to coach?
No, but you guys are. I think you guys are biased. Nasako, you are biased on Onana. What Onana did there had nothing to do with South Africa, with the World Cup. He is just communicating. We see that in professional football. You communicate with your teammates. You tell them, you guys go back and forth.
True Lion,
ce que Nasako
dit, True Lion, c'est que ça montre de l'indiscipline.
But that's what I said before, right? I said
Oui.
for me, is
C'est
that
tout ce qu'il
what I
dit,
said?
donc, ce n'est pas une question de qu'il soit biaisé.
No,
C'est
no,
une
no,
question
no.
d'indiscipline.
I said it's indiscipline, right? From
Yeah.
the start point, that's what I said. But when you start talking
Vous
about
dites la même chose.
he's extending it. We see that happen. We see teammates communicate during the field. We see that happen all the time in football.
Yeah.
That's nothing new.
Chula, let me tell you something, right? You know why? More watch the video again for the beginning. You see that way they talk for Buemo. You see as he cover him up, right? Do you know why he's doing that?
Because you don't want people to read.
Tactically, you don't want your adversary to know what's happening. But guess what? When you come and see that, if you look the rest of the video, you understand where he's saying you go and stand there. You go. It's not only exposing how, it's just telling us that ça veut dire que même what do you call that technical thing that we usually have before the game? Réunion technique, where they will say, okay, you know what? Mise en place tactique, where they will say, hey guys, if there's a free kick from a left, Nasago is going to take it. This is what we can do because we did not train. This is what we can do. This is what we can do. This is what we can do. If there is something on the right, this person will take. What Onana is actually doing there is telling the world that we did not even have that. What Onana is doing right now, and that is why I'm calling him out. What he's doing is telling the world that on n'a pas un coach, on n'a pas un entraîneur. C'est moi qui décide.
There was no training, right?
No, for technical meeting, they don't need to train. Even if it's 30 minutes before the game, every coach does that.
No,
Even if it's inside the vestiaire.
I mean, for those repetitions, for free kicks and all that, remember, there was no training.
That's what I'm telling you. It's not about going to the field to do it. Even on the board, the coach can say, hey, these are just things that you do. You don't need to do it on the field. The coach can say, hey, s'il y a penalty, c'est tel qui va jouer. S'il y a coup franc, telle position, c'est tel qui va jouer. On peut faire ceci, on peut faire cela. That's why I'm telling you, what Onana was doing there is telling the world that we do not even have that meeting. We do not have that meeting. And if they had that meeting and the coach said something, and Onana is coming to the field to show them to do, tell them to do another thing, what is that? That's disorder. And that's the reason why we're having the results we're having. Let's just move on to another topic, which is, yeah, you wanted to say something?
Non, ça va. Je crois que True Lion et toi, vous dites la même chose, mais de façon différente. Non, ce n'est pas une question de biaiser. Bien sûr, oui, si je dois être honnête, en ce qui concerne André Onana actuellement, là, tout le monde se pose beaucoup de personnes, pas tout le monde, mais beaucoup de personnes se posent également trop de questions quant à ses activités au sein de l'équipe nationale. Mais bon, on met ça de côté, on passe à au prochain sujet. On va parler, on a fini de débriefer le match comme ça. Tu penses que toi-même, tu dois donner ton avis par rapport à ce match-là?
For the game,
oui.
To be honest with you, I don't blame them. You understand? I don't blame the players, especially with the age. And that's one other thing we have to have concern. I think that was one thing I wanted to ask True Lion also. The fact that we got there 24 hours before the game and you see the results, it was not like the players were tired and stuff like that. Are you sure these players, if we play against, let's say we go to the Nations Cup, against this team with young players who are talented and can run and run and run, do you think the quality of players right now can stand a 7-game competition? That was the question I wanted to ask him, because for me, when we start seeing them not physically fit for the game because of a 24 hours, whatever, then I start to ask myself if they can even stand a 7-game competition with kids who are more talented. Chula and Go.
Well, competition is actually different from this type of knockouts where you go home and away. And there's something with all things being equal. When you prepare for such games, right? You have to keep in mind that the Lions, the last time we played was about 6 months ago, qualification of African Nations Cup. I'm not sure about the exact timing, right? But there's no continuity in the sense that most of these are players, they don't play together in the same teams, right? So when you come, then you add insult to injury that you are not even in South Africa where you're supposed to play 2 days before in order to have the normal rest, and then you go ahead and play. Because most of these guys, they finish playing on Friday or Saturday. Some played Sunday.
Saturday,
so
Friday,
the reason that when I started this show, I'm like, why even come to Cameroon? Because 2 hours of delay is not supposed to throw everything out. You should have gone directly to South Africa, because when
Je vais même ajouter quelque chose, True Lion. Je crois qu'ils ont sous-estimé même l'équipe de Eswatini là. Je crois qu'ils ont dit non, comme ils distribuent les points à tout le monde, on peut ne même pas s'entraîner, on peut pas jouer avec eux, on va gagner. Moi, je pense qu'ils ont sous-estimé cette équipe et c'était une erreur. Continue.
And yeah, that's not being professional, right? Because with all things being equal, you should be at the venue 48 hours before the game. You see what I'm saying? So we even going if the ministry that organized this, then that's nonsense, because you have to be 48 hours in South Africa before the game, because the players have to rest, the players have to get at least a training session there and then start playing. Now, when you have situations where the left doesn't know the right, because the way I consume my news, right, or information when it comes to my teams, I make sure that I follow different sources in order to get the right information. But the lack of transparency in Cameroon makes that we have people arguing for the ministry, and now we have people arguing for Fecafoot. But if these two entities, okay, although they are the same, they are under the same umbrella, don't come together, then we shall struggle in the African Nations Cup, because you are talking about seven games, right? We shall struggle with such an arrangement, because one person is thinking left, the other person is thinking right. So there's no synergy, there's no unity in order to have the right, because we're going to be playing teams that are well organized than us. You see what I'm saying? They won't have such type of problems.
Le premier test même déjà, c'est mardi prochain avec la Libye. Vous savez, le nouveau coach de la Libye, c'est l'ancien sélectionneur du Sénégal.
Yeah, I watched Libya today play against Angola.
Ils ont fait 1-1.
Yeah, lucky for us.
Oui, lucky for us, mais nous sommes deuxième déjà parce que le Cap-Vert a gagné, le Cap-Vert est premier.
Yeah, because Angola scored at the last minute, and it's not as if Libya is yet there, right? But if we are not playing at our best level, any of these teams can surprise us.
Okay, so this is where I will continue to say what I want to say, and then you guys will say I'm biased. You understand? When we sit here and say the coach, first of all, is not selecting players because they are competent.
Everybody is biased.
Let me finish. You understand?
We're all biased.
When we sit here and say we feel like the coach is not calling up players because they can play, because they deserve to play. You understand? You guys will say, oh, let's allow the coach to do whatever he wants to do. You understand? And then now you sit here and you say what? Oh, the players will feel like these players are old. We have younger players that can play. We have players that, if the coach came in and look at what Song was trying to do, Song was trying to replace the old. Choupo-Moting was already almost kicked out. What's his name? The other guy was wearing 12.
Toko Ekambi.
Toko Ekambi was almost out. Abubakar was the only person who took to the Nations Cup because we wanted young guys who would come in. We're expecting that after the Nations Cup, Abubakar, bye-bye, we start looking for younger guys.
Même on ne devait pas jouer la Coupe d'Afrique parce qu'il était blessé. Continue.
That's my point is, we were supposed to, 6 months or 1 year ago, already have replacements for Abubakar. Look at the match against Eswatini or whatever. We are still playing Abubakar. Is this supposed to tell us that, okay, maybe we don't even have players? Why didn't you? We have the Namaso, the one that just came. Throw him in there, let him prove himself. Let Abubakar sit back and say, hey, if I don't work hard, if I don't discipline myself and things like that, these kids are going to take over. But when you bring Five Collins, doesn't have a team, you bring players you're never going to use. Why did Five Collins not play even against Eswatini or whatever? When is he going to play? So that's just my point. So we cannot continue to make excuses every time some situation happens. Oh no, it's because we're tired. Oh no, c'est parce que c'est onana. Let me wrap up with this. People in the comment section, I say, yeah, Nasako, you're biased and this and that. Some are even comparing the situation to Cristiano Ronaldo and Eto'o.
Talking to Diogo Jota. Talking to Jota.
No, someone said Eto'o did it, blah, blah, blah. Eto'o stayed on the line and did it. But bro, Eto'o is 4 Champions League, 4 African Ballon d'Or, 2 Nations Cup. Cristiano Ronaldo is up to 5 Champions League or 7, I don't know, 5 Champions League, how many world best players and stuff like that. And we are talking about a goalkeeper qui encaisse tous les jours. Every day he's receiving goals in Manchester United. He's going to tell Brahim Mbeumo, who is scoring goals almost every day. You're going to tell him what to do to score a goal. Does that make any sense? What are you guys talking about?
Nasako,
go ahead.
Have you never seen a goalkeeper give instruction to his teammates?
He
It
does.
is not, and that is not what I said. I never said I've never seen him give instructions. What I'm just saying is when it becomes a habit and it's even destructive because guess what? You were arguing with Hugo Song. You understand? They say give your passport. You say no, I'm not giving my passport. At almost every situation, it is a problem between you wanting things to work like this. The same problem I had with Nicolas Nkulu. Am I lying?
Innocent, let me ask you a question. Can I ask you?
You want to ask the Innocent a question? Go ahead. Ask Innocent a question.
Innocent, could you share the document where the team manager says Onana refused to give his passport?
No, we are not even talking about that, True Lion. You already said that.
You're saying, right?
No, you already said. I'm talking about instances that actually happen. No, Nicolas Nkulu, we know about it. At the World Cup, we know why he left the World Cup. Onana was the only goalkeeper that came 2 days or 4 hours before a game. When he came that time, when we did a show, you True Lion, you actually said, no, it's okay. He's a professional goalkeeper. They know how to manage these things. Today, they travel and they lost. They play a draw game. You say, oh, they were tired. Oh, they were that. I've not heard you say anything about Mark Brice. And that is the problem I have. We continue to make excuses while we are digging our own pit. That's just what I'm saying.
You asked me specific questions, right? And I answered you. Did you ask me a question about Mark Brice?
Mark Brice is part of the team.
He asked me a specific question, right? He asked me to talk about tactical, how the team played. I told him how the team played. I even said that I don't know why Mark Brice played.
Il y a les gens dans le commentaire qui disent que bon, ils ont vu Cristiano Ronaldo donner conseil à Diogo Jota. Cristiano Ronaldo peut donner le conseil à Diogo Jota parce que Cristiano Ronaldo, il est capitaine de son équipe. Hein? Il est joueur de champ. Si c'est pour les coups francs, il a marqué les coups francs, on sait. Si c'est pour marquer des buts, il a marqué, on sait. Si c'est pour n'importe quelle position offensivement, il sait comment aider ces joueurs-là. Mais maintenant, est-ce que Cristiano Ronaldo est allé dans les goals pendant qu'on est en train de...
Dis à Casillas que c'est comme ça que tu dois faire.
I'm still waiting for the documentation to see.
We don't have any documentation. No. On a traversé le niveau là.
Non, laisse-moi finir. True Lion, l'interview d'Aboubacar qui nous parlait un peu du Qatar, tu as dit qu'on ne revient plus dessus, je suis d'accord avec toi. Est-ce que c'était parce qu'il fallait un document ou bien la voix d'Aboubacar pour...
Non, parce que il y a certaines choses qu'on ne dit pas si la source n'est pas vérifiée.
Non,
mais tu as de parler de Bernard Tutan alors que la source n'est pas vérifiée.
Tu as dit que Bernard Tutan
alors que la source n'est pas vérifiée. Quand toi tu parles de joueurs,
Bernard Tutan n'est pas porte-parole de Lyon.
Quand toi aussi tu parles de joueurs qui sont fatigués, where did you get your source from?
Bon, pour celui James Eto'o qu'on a recalé à l'ambassade d'Afrique du Sud qui n'entre pas. Il faut aussi que je porte la preuve du document.
Mon frère, je ne discute pas certaines choses. Okay. Tu parles de James Eto'o par rapport à son passeport. Je n'ai pas de preuves. Je ne peux pas discuter sur ça.
Mais sur l'autre, tu as les preuves sur l'autre. Pourquoi on discute?
Mais je dois simplement demander, est-ce que tu as des documents pour montrer que Onana a refusé de donner son passeport? Montre-moi dans le texte de Fecafoot ce que le monsieur a dit.
Bon,
c'est tout ce que
pour revenir même dessus, j'ai dit dès le départ qu'on reste dans le conditionnel pour recommencer. Donc, c'est-à-dire, ce sont des informations à vérifier. J'ai précisé cela.
OK.
Tu comprends?
Donc, je ne peux pas répondre sur ça si c'est à vérifier.
Ah là. Ça te répond maintenant, ça va, ça te calme. Bon, on va passer sur
ça. Il faut on progresse. Nous ne sommes pas là pour discuter. On doit
c'est bien même de discuter, c'est le choc des idées.
C'est juste toi qui crée les
là, ça contient mon frère, je ne crée rien.
Non. Trust me, I don't have any problem with if I invite you to my platform, it's because I have respect for the fact that you will be honest enough. Exactly. And guess what? I've told you guys again and again, you know how to talk, speak calm and this and that. You might feel like I'm angry or no, this is just me.
No.
You see, I'm saying something and you're cutting me off. Just let me finish.
I'm saying that I don't think you're angry. No.
No, that is the thing. Me, when I'm talking about things that I'm really passionate about, this is how I speak. You understand? I don't have any problem with Onana leading that team. I don't have any problem with Onana giving instructions. But there's a level of respect that another adult is supposed to show another adult. You understand? Even when Eto'o was doing that when he was captain, I did not like it. I love Eto'o. You understand? There was one day when they were playing, as in they were playing against who he had the ball. You understand? And he was telling the player on the side how to run before he can pass the ball to him. I hate things like that. You don't do that. If I get the ball and I look, the player is not in position, I look for another option.
Yeah.
You cannot be telling somebody, no, go so. No, you don't do that. We are all adults. You cannot come and expose me. Just imagine Onana running to Mbeumo, who is a goal scorer, and he's telling Mbeumo what to do. Do you think Mbeumo actually do what Onana wanted him to do?
I don't think so.
Mbeumo was
Abubakar was the one who took the free kick anyway.
Abubakar was finally. So what was he doing? So you see that in their heads, they are like, bro, you think you know better than us? And the reason I'm bringing that up, the reason I'm actually emphasizing on that is because we have seen that at the World Cup. What's his name? The lefter.
The work the Asu
Ekoto and
Mokanjo.
You understand? We came back from the World Cup, they asked Abubakar what happened. Le coach parle, il parle. We have seen situations like that. How do we solve this? Why is it that we don't hear situations like that in other teams?
Dans cette situation, Asu Ekoto avait fait une sortie pour clarifier. Il disait juste que il a fait une sortie, il a fait une course. Il était proche, oui, latéral. Il a fait une course pour faire un dédoublement qui lui donne le ballon et centre. Mais il était placé là, il attendait le ballon. Mokanjo a voulu faire un contre un, on a récupéré le ballon. Il dit que, mais mon gars, je viens d'allumer un 100 mètres là,
and guess what?
Et je suis disponible.
And guess what? That is the same thing I'm saying. In football, you can make those runs. On this one, how do you call it? Full drip. You understand? Asu Ekoto can do like that and carry 3 people. And then Mokanjo actually just score. That's fair. We have to have a team where people tolerate each other.
Yeah.
You trust the other person. If we have a team where you don't even trust this person to do this, we are not going to play.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Do you know why 4 years after we are still talking about the same problem? Because there's no.
That's why on doit régler ces problèmes. Tu as raison.
But that's what.
On doit régler tous ces problèmes.
And how do you think we'll fix the problem? If we have people like Onana, who people like you continue to tell him that you are right.
Non. Nayou Sabi, je vais clarifier quelque chose. Écoute, ce qu'on fait, ce n'est pas pour dénigrer quelqu'un. C'est généralement qu'on fait ce genre de sortie, c'est pour que les uns et les autres se remettent en question. Toi-même, tu peux donner ta contribution, qu'on va mettre le numéro là, tu entres, tu parles, tu dis ce que tu penses. Si tu as les choses à reprocher à quelqu'un, tu le fais. Je ne dis pas que parce que c'est au conditionnel, on ne mentionne pas. On mentionne parce que c'est déjà sur la place publique. Vous comprenez un peu? C'est déjà sur la place publique. Maintenant, on parle de ça. S'ils nous écoutent, s'ils peuvent nous écouter et ils essaient d'arranger comme Troulayon est en train de suggérer, ce serait une bonne chose pour nous. On ne veut pas de la destruction. Mais si quelqu'un est en train de mal faire, nous-mêmes, on peut dire, regarde, pourquoi c'est toujours ton nom chaque jour? Parce que si chaque jour, c'est toujours toi qu'on appelle, c'est que quelque part, remets-toi un peu en question. Si c'était que non, on t'appelle aujourd'hui, on appelle quelqu'un d'autre demain, on va dire que non, les gars, ne dérangez pas. Mais pourquoi chaque jour, c'est la même personne? Donc, si on parle comme ça et s'il nous entend, il se remet en question, il se comporte mieux. N'est-ce pas, on est tous contents?
I say, innocent. Any person where you watch this show, especially Carl Francis with your fake accounts, you watch the show, tell me 3 players for national team since we win Nations Cup for 2017, where their name don't come up again and again for indiscipline. Call me 3 names for Cameroon national team, where their name don't come up again and again for indiscipline. Either because they come late for training. And guess what? This is the same person who did an interview the other day. And what did he say? Oh, quand on était à Inter, j'ai acheté 35 iPhone. Par rapport à quoi? Because somebody reported that he came late. And he is saying he did not even come late. Mais à ce niveau, il a payé sans discuter. You think if they ask Onana to pay 35 iPhone in the Cameroon national team, he would do that? What are you guys talking about? Master, you know, say manage team and go use the restroom.
Say not even go use it. Troulayon, you don't push her, as well, the guy. you don't. Mais, en tout cas, nous on va continuer avec le prochain sujet. On finissons un peu avec le match là. Bon, maintenant, Troulayon, il y a, tu sais que les informations ne sont pas vérifiées, mais il y a les rumeurs encore, je dis. On parle, nous, c'est la conversation qu'on a, tu comprends. Ce n'est pas pour condamner. Il y a qu'est-ce que tu penses du coach, le coach là?
Mark Brice.
Oui.
Bon,
you can go in English. Feel free.
Yeah. My issue is that I don't think we have actually supported Mark Brice like 100% because he keeps crying about his technical guy. And when he talks about assistant, I will try to describe the role of that guy. The role of that guy is that guy takes notes for him. That guy actually looks at the individual players. That guy actually takes also notes like on the opposition teams. And it's a guy that actually knows his plan because they've been working together for 7 years, right? So I think that we have not supported Mark Briggs like 100% to actually help him, get the best of results. And it's a double catch, right? Because when I say that, if Mark Briggs wins, regardless of if we don't like him, right? If he wins, that benefits us. That benefits Fecafoot. That benefits the minister. You understand? And Mark Briggs, he signed a contract maybe for 2 years, 3 years. So he's not going to be there forever and ever. So there's no need that we keep on fighting a coach that is there to actually work in our favor. I understand that there are certain things that he says that is not warranted, that maybe spoils the atmosphere, but I don't think that we have actually helped him like 100%. And as far as
que je te relance sur cette question. Qu'est-ce que tu penses qu'on aurait pu faire, qu'on n'a pas bien fait, du moins au niveau de la fédération? Qu'est-ce que la fédération aurait dû faire qu'elle n'a pas bien fait?
I think the federation should have allowed him put his assistant on the bench.
Okay.
Because that's one of the guys he works with in training and that understands him very well, that can call him and give him some tips, and that can help him actually get better results.
OK. Bon, maintenant, est-ce que moi, je vais donner ma part d'opinion dessus.
Yeah.
J'ai dit ça ici l'autre jour, on était ensemble. Son assistant personnel, tu comprends? C'est son assistant personnel, c'est lui qui le paye. Ce n'est pas ni le ministère, ni la fédération. Mais s'il faut absolument venir que son assistant soit sur le banc, tu ne penses pas que c'est bien d'aller d'une façon diplomatique que de vouloir imposer. Tu veux que quelqu'un te reçoive bien, mais dès que tu as un micro, tu parles mal de lui, tu l'insultes, il va te recevoir comment? Je te prends un exemple simple. On a cette situation ici où le président Trump parlait au président ukrainien en lui disant que bon, on est en train de négocier pour la paix dans ton pays, mais toi, tu veux que je parle mal de l'autre. Si je parle mal de lui et il ne vient plus s'asseoir sur la table, on va négocier comment? C'est-à-dire, quand on veut faire de la négociation, de la diplomatie, parce qu'en réalité, la fédération doit mettre 7 personnes sur le banc, dans le cadre. Et les tests disent que le coach, c'est 2 adjoints, un coach de gardien, le préparateur physique, le médecin, tu vois un peu, le kiné. Tu comprends un peu, non? Donc, maintenant, là, à ce moment, on élimine qui sur la liste prévue pour mettre l'assistant? Bien qu'on peut essayer même d'allonger un peu quand c'est les matchs FIFA, d'accord? Pourquoi est-ce que tu veux imposer, sachant qu'il y a déjà le départ a été faussé? Quand toi-même tu regardes de façon honnête, est-ce que la fédération n'essaye pas de s'amender, de faire les choses un peu mieux qu'avant? Tu ne trouves pas?
I think we are here trying to satisfy big egos, right? Instead of doing the job. Because if we are looking to do the job, what will it take to make us play better, to make us win games? Is it having people that actually did not train the team seated on the bench to satisfy the minister, to satisfy Fecafoot? Or is it actually getting a personal assistant that the coach negotiated when he signed his contract? He all knew that he was coming with a personal assistant, regardless of where the paycheck will be coming from. But we all knew he was coming with a personal assistant. And then I know that they came to a compromise. The prime minister, Fecafoot came to a compromise that they will Mark Briggs, and then Fecafoot will actually call his own, they will have a joint. That's why you see Oman Biik, he's even in the bed. Why do you have people that you don't actually use? Because even the guy, Oman Biik, I know that he's sitting in the grandstand, right? He's part of the coaching. But, I mean, what for? How does it help us?
Je dis ceci, on a un nombre limité de places.
I get that.
On élimine donc qui pour mettre l'assistant selon toi?
This is is what I'm saying, right?
That's
That's why I said that if Fecafoot and the minister cannot look into one direction, football in Cameroon will not grow. And we are seeing this. This is not the first time, right? This is not the first time. Okay, we are seeing this. So why can they not sit? And it's because of big egos.
Ok. L'ego de qui? L'ego du président de la fédération et l'ego du ministre?
Both of them, I don't know. That's why I cannot say certain things because I'm not there. I'm looking from outside in. You know, when the minister talks, they have their own narrative. When Fecafoot talk, they have their own. Who should I believe? It's confusing.
Okay. On avance. Bon, voici ce que moi je vais dire pour qu'on sorte de ce sujet. L'assistant de Marc Brice n'est pas un adjoint de Marc Brice, c'est son assistant personnel. Donc maintenant, si Marc Brice voulait que son assistant soit à côté de lui, je pense que son approche devait être plus diplomatique. Tu ne peux pas venir chez moi, tu me menaces et tu me dis que tu m'insultes, tu me dis que je dois mettre ton assistant sur ma feuille. Non seulement ça, Marc Brice passe son temps à manquer du respect à tous les membres de la fédération. Le professeur Nkounvondo est sorti là, il y a quelques semaines pour dire qu'il est arrivé à Luanda par le match face à l'Angola. Lui-même, il a rempli, même encore, on voit encore la fiche de match qu'il a rempli pour aller donner au commissaire de match. Ce n'est pas de son ressort. Pourquoi il veut faire le travail de la Fecafoot? Quand il arrive là-bas, le commissaire du match dit que je ne vous reçois pas. Qu'est-ce qui se passe? Il dit que non. Il dit non, je ne vous reçois pas. Je reçois de la fédération. Il dit que non, lui ne travaille pas pour la fédération. Il travaille pour le ministère. Maintenant, c'est la fédération qui négocie même pour que le commissaire de match le laisse même s'asseoir sur le banc de touche. Donc, il y a tellement beaucoup de choses qu'il faut qu'on arrête. Marc Brice est venu pour ces 2 ans. Mais pour les 2 ans, mon frère, on ne va pas tout accepter. On ne va pas accepter tous ces manquements. Tu viens travailler pour une nation. Pendant qu'on chante l'hymne national, tu te mets de côté. Pour moi, c'est le geste même je croyais que tu allais pointer. Se mettre de côté pendant qu'on chante l'hymne national parce qu'on n'a pas mis son assistant au banc de touche. Donc, la valeur d'une nation par rapport à son assistant. Excusez-moi, je trouve que c'est très fort. Je veux même lui trouver comment on dit, les circonstances atténuantes. Mais il n'y a pas. Il n'y a pas.
Would you blame for such behaviors?
True Lion, even if you talk away blame him, you see tell you so you not get facts. So you know matter. That's how you make your argument. That's how you make your argument them. Anytime when some person want talk something, you say, oh, your point not be based on facts. But then you turn around and you quote Twitter Bernard and you see the Bernard with the quote. No, you never even trust his source and this and that. We never get argument, we never get a good conversation with that. The simple two me I do, we have said two innocent they do. And when I tell me I expect you for do 1 + 1 are 2. The text for 2014, it don't stipulate say ministry na level this of jurisdiction. Fecafoot na level this of jurisdiction. At this point in time, who the manque respect for who? Now ministry and their envoy, Marc Brice, na the manque respect for Fecafoot. Because what?
Go ahead. Yeah, comment.
Because they the one choose for do two way they not going to do. And by the way, I apologize. Truly, I don't know. Maybe we'll do this again. For some reason, the people they complain say the network the worry. I don't know what it happened today. Maybe Nabucco no bring that box with using a network for office here. I don't know what's happening, but I apologize for that. By the way, so wait, I just have a tongue and say until Cameroonians will get to that place where if we want to be honest with Onana, because I be honest with Onana, Onana will call me biased. Una open the eye and see him. We never get national team for the past 4 years. How many years? First of all, he didn't have a World Cup for ICAM Nations Cup for 2017. He prefer club over country. We see him again Nations Cup for Côte d'Ivoire. He prefer club over country. Now, which example you think say they keep picking them? And then when I don't tell me say for you for go tell him say kick and so na leadership role. To be a leader is not only about kick and so. No, it should be with character. That's just what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And until people like my brother True Lion, they start call Onana out, call Masby out, and then when you call Eto'o out, I'll take you serious. But if you only continue to play, make them two they sit down, make them sit down, waiting. Presidential decree. By the way, I don't know the letter. I have some question. I want to address them before we finish.
Yeah.
Oh, some person say the network is good on YouTube. Then this thing is probably just Facebook.
Yeah.
I want to ask some question. I want to address them. You see the letter where President congratulate Samuel Eto'o of President of Fecafoot, right? Is that authentic?
Is it? It is.
It's authentic.
Yeah, it's from the civil cabinet of the president. It's authentic.
So technically, that is the president himself telling Samuel Eto'o that I'm proud of the work you're doing.
He congratulated him for being elected as a COMEX member.
No, but guess what?
Il l'a félicité pour son élection au comité exécutif de la
And it's coming directly from the president.
Oui.
For the first time, we're seeing a letter that's coming directly from the president to whatever, right? And all this. So that now I have to tell you, if the presidency maybe they d'accord with certain things the way it told the Duam, that simply that letter come out, they will call it, put it with and tell you know what, this one we do and also we don't agree with. You understand? If a told don't put the foot for down against more like Kombi and Gongo, it means it to an extent. It don't read in between the lines and even go back go refer. They tell you no, we feel like this. It's just simple. When I want money, right? They don't give you the money and everything. Una manage them.
Je vais préciser quelque chose.
I want me True Lion. Tell me what you think about that letter. Was it even necessary, or maybe authentic?
I mean, if your compatriot goes and wins, you know, an important position in CAF, of course you have to congratulate him. But you know that the same president actually thanked Mark Briggs for work he was doing.
You don't call Mark Briggs his name. He said les entraîneurs, les encadreurs. I'm not. No, correct me if I'm wrong.
We are les encadreurs.
He don't call Mark Briggs his name.
Who's the leadership? Who's the leader?
He said les encadreurs. Na leadership encadreur.
Listen.
What are you talking about?
Is he not part of? Is he not part of?
I don't deny.
He's part.
But you want me to come and look like one and Mark Briggs.
No, but that's his leadership. That's leadership of. He was talking about the national team.
And talking about Mark Briggs, you know, say they ask Mark Briggs, say you don't congratulate your supervisor. Wait till answer.
But that's what I'm saying, right?
He said my supervisor congratulate him because qualify the Nations Cup.
That's why I don't want to enter in the nitty gritty because there's a lot of noise on social media going on. If I don't have verified information, right? I don't like
about interview where they do on live.
No, I'm not saying that he did not say that.
Okay.
I'm not saying that, but what is happening behind? Those guys are fighting. Those guys are fighting. You are just seeing it on the surface. They are fighting every day.
Yeah, the fight is real. Et je voulais préciser quelque chose.
That's what I'm telling you. They are fighting every day.
Yeah, je voulais préciser quelque chose sur le décret présidentiel. Là. Il y a quelque chose au Cameroun qu'on appelle la hiérarchie des normes. Bon, le ministère maintenant est en train de prendre la charge financière de la gestion des équipes nationales. Mais il y a un décret présidentiel qui est au-dessus d'une circulaire parce que le ministère maintenant se tient sur un circulaire que le Premier ministre a écrit pour dire que la gestion financière de toutes les compétitions dont le Cameroun est représenté est désormais gérée par le ministre des Sports. Ça, c'est une circulaire du Premier ministre qui est en bas d'un décret présidentiel selon la hiérarchie des normes. Donc, normalement, ce que le ministre est en train de faire même est illégal au plan du droit. Au plan légal, c'est illégal. Ou alors, on prend une autre loi pour abroger le décret de 2014 qui organisait la gestion du football camerounais. On abroge ce décret présidentiel et on instaure un autre décret. Sinon, la circulaire, normalement, doit se mettre en dessous du décret présidentiel. Donc, les gens sont en train d'utiliser les gros mots, les gros français là pour nous embrouiller.
Tu sais
Go ahead, boss.
Tu sais ce qui est marrant? Oh, do you know what's funny?
No, tell me.
For me, it's funny when I hear Cameroonians try to talk about this is what the law says, this is what they trample on the law every day. No, I'm not. It's not against you. It's innocent. It's not against you.
It's against Nasako.
No,
even Nasako. So
they trample on the laws every day.
That's true.
It's big egos. I have followed Fecafoot. Do you know Toby Aroko blocked me on social media in 2014? Yes, because I was attacking Fecafoot.
It's good you use the word attack.
Yes, but man, I was attacking Fecafoot.
You're not criticizing constructively, you're attacking.
What are you talking about? I was talking about
Flow. No, mind Nasako, go. Flow.
So I have seen my people trample on rules and regulations all the time. That's why I'm saying that if we cannot work together, if we cannot look into one direction, then we shall always have these problems because we are not playing at full capacity. When you go into a game and you arrive in South Africa 8 hours before the game. Do you think your system is at full capacity for you to compete? No. I fly from here to Dallas just to play tennis. It takes me 24 hours before I can really just sit down, focus, and play. That's the human body. So these things we need to stop. We need to look into one direction in order to get or put our team in the best positions to win.
And True Lion, I like the point you make, You talk, say, since your time for Tombia Roko, disorder don't always be. You understand? And for semi disorder not be anymore, the simple thing we should do is there is a text for everything. There is laws and principles for everything.
Those mean
you understand? So you actually should be the first person to advocate for that. When Onana come up for poll, come for front, you should be the first person to say, no, na roda Onana.
No, it
go for no. I give an example. No, I just give an example.
That one I support you.
I don't give an example. You understand? My thing I say when Onana come up for poll, come for front, don't say Onana go back for day. You understand? When me two one come up go for poll, on a team for do, they say no. No be a role. Leave a no on play a role. Now the same way we come for fake a foot. Someone a talk one go 10 minutes to half for do no. What they say a toe. No be a role that. The way we did for America, they will never see some of that thing. They would just look and say, "I be not bad no. No be you only can 2 hours.
Na so pay
day. But you the tongue and say since how many years ago you don't criticize fake a foot?
2014.
Me I believe say the way forward is simple. We get principles, we get laws, we get text. You understand? May any man just respect and the way we did. If now someone told the manage fake food now, he decides, you know what? I don't want to use no player we don't pass 24 years. Because I get my vision. You understand? We all as a country will respect them. The same way Donald Trump don't come. You understand? He decides say now so the thing will go. So long as it is by the books.
You don't want to talk. It decided now just female and male. You don't want to talk.
No. What if it says now? Guess what? If not by the books, you understand? That is what we'll do. If we realize it, so this particular thing, so I want me to really change it. He go talk for a Congress. He go talk for Supreme Court. We don't see situation the way he talks on thing. If Supreme Court say no, it never be so. But you know this for Cameroon.
Do you know why I cannot go by the books in Cameroon?
Because the people like you, they continue for Fanam. You continue for later.
Me and you just analyze situations. We know they affect football in any way. Even the fans in Cameroon, the fans don't even know the culture. They cannot even affect football. If the fans stand tomorrow and say, we boycott, we are not going to the field until the minister does this and this, things will change. But the fans cannot do it. The fans cannot do it. That's what I'm saying. We, as you know, they are being manipulated. That's why it's used as a distraction. I'm sorry to say that, but they are being manipulated.
That's true. I mean, je vous dis toujours ici que l'équipe nationale, pas le football en général, mais l'équipe nationale, le label Lion Indomptable, est une arme très politique que ces gars-là utilisent comme ils sont à leur avantage. Je vous assure que tout le désordre ici, c'est parce que nous sommes dans une année électorale. On veut utiliser ça pour nous distraire, le temps de passer ce qu'on veut passer là, de faire passer la pilule. Vous allez voir que l'année prochaine, on va sortir une autre circulaire pour dire que non, respectons les textes, c'est monté, c'est descendu. Quand on aura eu ce qu'on veut. Parce qu'on connaît que les Camerounais sont passionnés par le foot. Dès que vous vous occupez du foot là, on augmente le prix du gaz. Dès que vous êtes on augmente le prix du carburant. Ainsi va la vie.
Huh? So if that's the case, we'll stop for the talk about football now.
No.
No. Let me finish now. You don't talk. If that's the case, when I feel like it's a distraction, then we'll stop for talk about them.
No, you can't.
Because like I said,
there's a way, right?
My finish with I want to talk and True Lion.
Yeah, go ahead.
When I continue to make excuse for places, I feel like we're not going to make excuse. Now the same way for so many years, people they continue to talk, say, oh, they do this, they do that. But guess what? CBDM, the same people for Manfred for go make election, for go make campaign. Why is the same people for go make campaign if you already know how it go rig the election? You understand? It means if at the level where if you rig election, it still need people. Well, it means if we sensitize people,
it now.
that's what I'm saying. If we sensitize the people, they don't legitimize the election. It not go happen. Now the same thing I talk with fake vote, even if it's not a distraction, right? But we all come out and say, hey, this way the minister they do
not correct.
This way somebody told the do not correct.
Not correct.
Guess what? They will turn be like, hey, these people don't smart. We need to play the game with them.
So how do you do it? That's why I asked you, how do you do it? Maybe I thought say you for me. Let me tell you.
You ask question, you want answer, or you want my answer first?
Not tell my own way how I do it. I go do it.
You ask question and then answer. Go ahead,
Go
boss.
ahead, True Lion, no mind.
That's why I'm telling the fans have to boycott the games. Okay, if you boycott the games, you get their attention. If you boycott jerseys, you get their attention. When you boycott the games, then you say, yeah,
Just
that's how you don't go to the stadiums.
Can I ask you a question, True Lion?
Yes, go ahead.
Which do you think is easy for you for start call out minister a wrongs? Mark Brice is wrong. When Onana do something wrong, you call her out. Eto'o do something wrong, call her out. Which one you think is easy for do that, or for fans of a boycott game and deny for buy jerseys and things like that?
It's not about easy. If you want change, you have to go the difficult way. It's not about easy.
Difficult way, you know if I do the easy one.
I've done it. I will show you. When the
which one way, if you recognize the fact that ministry do it way wrong?
No, when the minister appointed coaches, I said it was wrong. I can show you. It's on my Facebook page.
And all the other one, so as you appoint, as you do that one, you never do the other one. You just say, you know what?
I've been consistent. I'm giving you receipts. I've been consistent. Consistency 2000.
No, you've never been consistent. You've only been consistent about not praising Eto'o. That's the only time you've been consistent.
But why should I? No, but
let's not bring this debate to. That's fine.
Exactly.
Let's go past that. Let's go past that.
Take me to the Eto'o debate. I'm not here to debate Eto'o.
En fait, on doit arrêter un peu de ramener le débat sur Samuel Eto'o ou bien sur disons quand on en a fait mal, il fait mal parce que je lis dans les commentaires là qu'on dit que Eto'o a fait 15 fois pire ce que Onana faisait à son temps.
So they have to allow Onana to do it.
On doit
dans les commentaires
Onana le fasse aussi.
Dans les commentaires, c'était mal. Pas True Lion. Dans les commentaires, pas True Lion.
Non, j'ai dit dans les commentaires.
No,
you True Lion.
Okay.
Est-ce que c'est parce que Eto'o l'a fait il y a 15 ans qu'on doit accepter que les gens le fassent aussi maintenant? Non, Eto'o a fait. On l'a même traduit au conseil de discipline. On l'a même enlevé de l'équipe à un moment. Et maintenant, pour que Eto'o revienne même jouer, c'est le président de la République qui a dû l'appeler. Vous comprenez un peu? Donc, on l'a sanctionné. La FECAFOOT l'a sanctionné. On l'a pour indiscipline, on l'a mis de côté. Le grand Eto'o. Donc, maintenant, si Onana se comporte mal et qu'on veut l'appeler, ne ramenez pas ça sur Eto'o. Maintenant aussi, il ne faut pas que les gens, à cause de leur haine, je vais mettre ça en code, de leur haine pour Eto'o, acceptent n'importe quoi que le ministre fait. Nous tous, on est d'accord qu'il y a une loi qui est là et on doit la respecter. On doit la respecter. Si il est dit dans la loi que X fait telle chose, que X tel a fait telle chose et on avance. C'est comme ça qu'on doit enlever le désordre de... Maintenant, si c'est Eto'o qui se lève, il parle du comment le conseiller numéro 2 du MINSEP, c'est moi qui décide de le nommer là-bas. Ça n'a pas de sens.
Total chaos.
Ça n'a pas de sens. Ça veut prouver qu'on n'est pas dans une société de droit. On est dans une sorte d'anomie. Je n'ai même pas envie de dire dans une sorte de désordre, pas de l'anomie. C'est-à-dire un désordre chaotique. Donc, il faudrait que chacun se respecte et qu'on fasse. Bon, on va passer, c'est un autre sujet. True Lion, ça continue avec un autre sujet. On peut discuter vite fait.
I want me True Lion. I'll actually accept first of all say Onana the cause disorder for that.
You know, say True Lion va jamais accepter ça.
I think the only last topic, especially with the network with this topic, I just hate it. I don't know what's happening. But the last topic we talk about now preparation for next game.
Exactly.
First of all, Mark Brice, after the other game, you don't come back for just can't say, okay, you know what? We left here 2 hours late. We had some stops that disturbed us, and this was actually what happened. We were going to what is the name?
Yes,
Newsprit.
Yeah,
Newsprit or whatever. We were going there, and then we had to turn back and go to Johannesburg. And so my guys were tired. That's why we did not deliver.
Mm-hmm.
What did he do? He comes out and he's blaming it on FECAFOOT, and he's saying that, oh, je n'ai jamais vu un tel président qui ne veut pas que l'équipe gagne, and this and that and that. Is that even necessary? Whereas you have a game in 2 or 3 days. So that is why I keep telling you, the only reason he's doing that is because some people have decided to, you know what, whatever he says is what we will go with. And guess what? We also have decided, you know what, we will say what we will say to defend Eto'o. If that's how it should continue to be, what do you think about the preparation? What should be done?
En tout cas, pour le match face à la Libye, qui va se jouer mardi, ils ont un peu plus de jours maintenant pour se préparer. Le match, c'est mardi, nous sommes aujourd'hui jeudi. Ils sont déjà au Cameroun. même comme ils sont arrivés encore avec les couacs à l'aéroport international de Yaoundé entre Marc Brice et le deuxième vice-président de la FECAFOOT au niveau de l'aéroport. Il y a eu des échauffourées entre les deux là-bas. Mais bon, ils sont au Cameroun. Ils vont s'entraîner demain. Ils vont commencer à s'entraîner demain. Et je pense qu'avec plus de temps, ils vont pouvoir se reposer et mieux se préparer pour le match de la Libye. Mais le match de la Libye, pour moi, je dis que c'est un vrai test parce qu'on est allé jouer la Libye chez eux. C'est vrai que l'accueil des Libyens était totalement hors sol. Ils nous ont très mal traités en tant qu'équipe. Et c'était un match dans un contexte difficile, mais on a pu quand même ramener un point de là. Donc, c'est une équipe qui joue dur comme fer. Donc, maintenant, avec un nouveau coach qui connaît nos faiblesses, il connaît Aliou Cissé, connaît bon très bien les faiblesses de l'équipe nationale du Cameroun. Il est quelqu'un qui est tactiquement bien calé. Je vais te prendre un exemple. Quand on a joué à la CAN en Côte d'Ivoire, quand on a joué face au Sénégal, mais ces gars faisaient de nous ce qu'ils voulaient au stade. Ils faisaient de nous ce qu'ils voulaient au stade. Tactiquement parlant, ils étaient au-dessus. Techniquement parlant, ils savaient se retrouver. Tu sens que c'est une équipe qu'on a pris le temps pour construire. Donc, il y avait de la cohérence. Et c'est vrai qu'ils viennent de signer à la Libye, mais il connaît nos faiblesses. Il sait sur quoi il peut jouer et nous mettre en difficulté. Donc, moi, je pense seulement qu'il faut qu'on laisse, du moins, que le staff technique laisse toutes ces polémiques et se concentre sur le jeu. Et quand je parle de laisser ces polémiques, il y a encore des rumeurs qui disent que le coach, le sélectionneur du Cameroun est en train de menacer. Il y a quelques heures, il était au ministère en train de menacer qu'il veut démissionner. Que le contexte du travail ne lui permet pas d'avancer. Et c'est le ministre donc, qui est en train d'essayer de le calmer et qui ne peut pas le laisser dans cette situation-là. Donc, il y a tellement ces choses extra-sportives qui ne nous rendent pas service. Donc, on doit mettre ça de côté et préparer le match. Et ce sera un bon match pour voir vraiment le niveau de nos joueurs depuis que Marc Brice est là. Parce que la Libye, c'est une équipe difficile à jouer. Vous avez vu au match aller comment, pour avoir même un match, un point à la Libye, c'était difficile. C'est vrai que le contexte même de l'accueil, de comment les supporters traitaient les Lions indomptables, c'était difficile. Mais mentalement, ils ont su passer ça pour ramener un point. Mais est-ce que le mental, là, on l'aura mardi? Il faudrait donc qu'on mette tout de côté, on met les chances de notre côté, on joue à domicile et qu'on profite sur le 12e homme pour nous imposer.
Yeah, I think Libya is coming to Cameroon in a difficult situation because the Lions actually, most of the players, when I listened to them after the game, again, they were disappointed. And they know that they must do better. Now they're coming back to Cameroon. They have more days. They will rest. And they're about to prove themselves. They're about to prove that they can do better. And a guy like Anguissa, that a lot of guys did not like in that midfield, we actually saw how Anguissa, his role was not able to, although Hongla actually did what he could do, but Hongla is not a type that can carry the ball into that can keep the ball, call for double teaming and all that, and make Baliba also express himself. So coming back to beyond there, I think Cameroon is going to beat Libya at least 2-0. At least. Keep that. Just think about that. That's not Nazako. What I'm saying here, Cameroon is gonna beat them with a score of at least 2-0 in Yaoundé.
True Lion. Some people then they will. No, if I open my mouth, Cameroon will lose.
Open up.
I tell you true. If I open my mouth, Cameroon will lose. You look at you probably look at the wish. But I tell you, I think so. You play small football, you get experience. I play for my own small level where I play.
No, you play for bigger level past me.
Yeah, I play for my own small level where I play. One thing I know about football need to lie. Football no not about talent. Football no be even about money first of all. Football na that one game where God be decide say any kind of man can take advantage of to become whatever they want to become. But you have to do the basics. And the basics not even start now with you actually go. You start now with your character and you being disciplined. If you look at the best teams for the world where they don't win competition, even before they start consider their talent, now more of their discipline. Look at Messi, now discipline. Look at Cristiano Ronaldo, now discipline. The reason why Africa don't hardly get players of a certain level for the world, even though when it comes to under 17, under this, that, I would play final for the World Cup, them, right? Why be say after that level, if you play final for World Cup? Because after that level, most of these players, they don't be disciplined anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Onana become what we become today now because he was disciplined. He was hardworking. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Once you start get to that place where you start feel like, okay, I overdid it, that, you go lost everything.
Mm-hmm.
Cameroon national team win for 2017, because had super players. On the contrary, the best national team will ever get time when it comes to talent. Post, now 2010, 2010.
28, yep.
2010, we had the best, but we never if you win. However, for 2000 and 2002, where we get just average players, I mean, as compared to 2010, we get average players, the way they be no say, hey, now more of a team. Even when we argue, even when we fight, we don't wear mayo. Now for Muyeda mayo win. You understand? If Cameroon not adjust, player they not realize it. So, in as much as I play for Manchester United, the place where they play for Canon, they don't call we more can play together for national team. I get for respect them. You know, one of the team the way I don't admire Onana for national team. When they be there at for Nations Cup, when there was a day when they began to go play some game, I think that the game when they began to play. I think that the last game we lost. I think so. I think it was the last game we lost. No, the game will qualify because he can play Senegal we lost, and then the next game they no put it for fee. When Nathan Douala behold that big box, no, Nathan Douala be hold big box. Now Onana be hold big box, and then Nathan Douala did dance. To be honest with you, I was like, wow.
This is how a team should be.
Naso team get for B.
No, but
You understand? Naso team get for B.
That was on AFCON.
For AFCON. Because now Nathan Douala be the dance, he hold the big box. What I'm just trying to say is, until we move off our head, say football now about talent, and put off our head say now about group, now about discipline, now about togetherness. And it starts from where? It starts from the ministry respecting their lines, Fecafoot respecting their own line. You never ever hear me talk on this, say, Mabris is saying no one, Samuel Eto'o overstay. You never ever hear me talk for say no, Samuel Eto'o must enter inside. You know why? Because me, I feel like it never even be necessary. If you don't hire a coach, may coach your team, you feel leave him, may take that responsibility. Except so you like the coach, you feel like, you know what, can't say a thing or two. You understand? If Mabris say no one thing overstay, man, don't get me problem. But if you don't want to overstay, give it result. But you never touch you don't want to overstay, and then now you want to take passport. Now you want to create this order, all of that stuff. You know if you work out, I did talk before talk say on Wednesday. If they don't fix all these their they make them, they will lost inside Cameroon, country Libya. When I want bet and Cameroon will surely go welcome if they continue in this disorder.
yeah, but the disorder never be Mark Breezy because of.
No, it's no, Tula, you're not talking
Listen,
about.
No, when I
You get your own responsibility now.
So you don't talk your own. You know what I'm
No, you
talking
get your own
about.
responsibility now.
You don't talk your own. You know what I'm talking about.
At least at the point, short
The
term,
Mark Breezy
both
charter
sides,
play.
bro.
huh?
Now Mark Breezy charter play.
No, them like the charter plane, but now he can't talk how when a Fecafoot president one may loss. Knowing fully well saying him like the charter plane. Knowing fully well saying him na Fecafoot president charter plane. Knowing fully well saying him the Fecafoot president make organization for them to go play. But now he do go for first press conference, go talk how he, you don't know what he do Fecafoot. He come in be Cameroonian, he just come here for can do their work. President for Fecafoot one may lost. How president for Fecafoot one may lost?
That interview was 6 months ago, 7 months
No,
ago.
it's not 6 months ago. Why would you come up for Duam? What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
When did they give that interview?
I need answer. You don't get information, but you argue information.
Look at when I asked for information.
Even when I'll give the information,
When I don't know something, I don't
Be
know.
authentic.
Look at it's polite,
Even
right?
when I give you the information, if I'll give the source, you're talking the source not be authentic.
But-
Someone will don't live on for that level.
That's a call. It's
Yes,
polite.
gang.
If I don't know something, I ask. I don't know
I know,
everything.
and guess what? You don't make me understand. Say if I tell you, you're talking the source not be authentic. So you don't make any step of me will tell you.
You cannot be making excuses. Don't run away. Don't run away. You cannot be
Okay,
making
now you
excuses.
start to make excuses like Mark Briggs, right?
No, you cannot be making excuses because I know that Mark Briggs made an interview 6 months ago where he said that Fecafoot was not working together with him and that they want him to lose. That's the interview I was talking about. If he has made another interview, all you have to do is just share it with me, bro.
Qui ne travaille pas pour la Fecafoot, il travaille pour le ministère.
Il a dit ça, c'est pas la première fois
Non,
qu'il
il le
dit ça.
dit chaque jour.
Ok, donc
Même maintenant, il le dit. Et même maintenant, l'interview après match, tu avais regardé l'interview après match.
mais c'est pour cela que j'ai dit montrez-le-moi.
Non, regarde l'interview après match alors.
Why now we get we can show you?
Oh, vraiment.
No, True Lion.
Vraiment.
At least,
I don't know everything, man.
at least a True Lion, out of respect, right? When we talk, say, you don't do interview against match. When you start to say, montre-moi, il donne la tina au camp can do for you.
I was not challenging you. I just said, please share.
Ma'am, can I finish what I'm saying?
Sure.
You come for you for give your opinion. You feel the talks on team, I'll jump in and I'll say, hey, True Lion, this thing is I don't agree with. But if you come here, you start to talk everything you talk, my own and say, show me. Then the conversation will go forward. We're there for 1 hour, 30 minutes.
I
And
just said share it.
apparently the live, it's disturbing like crazy. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, on Facebook. But
Yeah.
on YouTube is going well.
It is disturbing all over Facebook.
YouTube is going really well.
What is happening?
It's the platform. There's nothing. Maybe it's just the platform.
No, it's
Yeah,
it's YouTube
maybe
that is having some issue,
that he boot them when they combi them and they don't put people there for Facebook for signaler the live for report the live. At the talk now the live they say na joke, but I think the way they happen. I think the way they happen. Yeah. By the way, I think we do for 1 hour 30 minutes. I
Yeah,
go travel.
let me give his talk on that on the game and then donne ton point de
You know
vue
what?
sur le match.
You know what? Talk.
Donne
Okay.
ton point de vue sur le match face à la Libye.
You know what?
Okay, I watched Libya play today, right? I watched them play against Angola. For me, I was not so much impressed. They scored the first goal. It was from a cross, a header. Angola equalized. I think those are the two most challenging teams in that group. Look, Cape Verde is actually leading the group with 10 points. But I believe that Cameroon will actually beat Libya because I watched the way Libya play. Cameroon now knows that they must win their next game in order to overcome the bad results because they created opportunities against Eswatini, but they were not just clinical. So I think maybe what's it, Nasamo? What's his name? His name sounds like Nasako, the guy from FC Porto.
Oh, Namaso.
I think Namaso is gonna start. I think he's gonna start because he is really sharp. When you see him play, it reminds me of the young Abubakar 15 years ago.
Yeah. You know why he will start?
I think he will start. I don't know whether he will start, but I think he will start.
No, I said, now, my one don't you know why he no go start?
Why?
Because there is a deal on the table for Abubakar for continue create disorder, so we'll continue put you for field, so you surpass that 56 goal, whatever. Now, this one are Romo, and they talk saying as on two way, you understand? But one thing is certain, Abubakar not be there for the start for Cameroon national team anymore.
Yeah.
The only reason why Abubakar is start, the only reason why Basso Gog then there for that team, the only reason why Falcon is there for that team. Now, because they don't tell them, say, hey, this thing they so we will give you a place. If you make sure say we will get place.
No, I believe Basingog merits his place in the team.
You know, merit him.
Even Abubakar should start from the bench, but I believe
even Basingog, they don't merit him. No make a more talking Basingog no merit him. Well, he's not just ugly. You know what I mean? Yeah, he not ugly, not ugly. He don't ripe. Just that Abubakar don't ripe. So level they will know. Look Abubakar for 2010. Bro, this is 2015. This is 15 years later.
2025.
2025. This is 15 years later. You understand?
Yeah, he should not be starting.
Abubakar, Basogok, and all of those guys. The only reason he start right now is because they don't tell you, say, after they become on our game, he come back, they invite him for minister office. From that day, Abubakar don't turn a politician. Oh, le ministre dit Dara, je sais que tu es mon père, how you call him, père spirituel, mais non, le ministre. Tell me which player for the well, where they will tell you, say, Baba, go sleep. We go make plans tomorrow morning time, you wake up, you take plane, you fly 45 minutes. You go reach for that next town. You rest, you go make more decassage, you can't rest, and you go play game. He said, no, I don't want to fly 45 minutes. I want to take bus enter for the night, travel for 4 hours. If that player there for a normal sense.
Which did happen, no, my
brother. But let me ask you guys questions, right?
Yeah, me too.
Wait, me ask a question.
Innocent, let me ask you a question.
Go ahead, my papa.
I heard you mention that the coordinator of the Lions asked Mark Breeze if he wanted to go directly to South Africa. Am I right?
They proposed, yeah.
They proposed.
Even proposed for the game to be postponed.
So the first proposition I say
for the game to be when did they propose for the game to be postponed?
Like 1 month ago.
Like 1 month ago.
Yes.
So is it Mark Breeze that decides?
Yeah,
that-
he not even respond.
You know even respond them.
He not even respond. The first of all,
So then my question, I said that Mark Breeze, when Mark Breeze don't get that much importance, where they ask now.
No,
And-
be like
and-
that. You say that the coach no. If you want to take decision, what
you
is
don't
concerned the
ask him.
team, you got to let him know so that whenever he's doing his preparation, he take that
He
into
know.
consideration.
I find that weird, man.
Yeah, it is. But that's how you want to collaborate.
I
True
find that
Lion.
weird.
True Lion. To be honest with you, hear me at the talk for you be like Sako the craze, Sako like Eto, Sako. Trust me, Fecafoot don't offer a hand of friendship for all level for that team. What up for
Except-
Onana?
Except for let Mark Breeze be assistant for she don't go bench.
He not deserve for she don't for bench. Let's be honest. He not deserve for she don't for
But
bench.
now
True
Breeze-
Lion.
Mark Breeze don't tell me say he want the guy for bench.
You want
No,
the
me
guy
ask
for
him.
bench as who?
May ask them differently.
As a
You
tactical,
want the guy for bench as who?
person where they tell you say this time this as a tactical.
Okay, guess what? You know, say not answer that question. I will answer an for pigeon, right?
Like Amsterdam,
Yeah. First of all, that way they be sign that contract. That man in them not there for any place for that contract like assistant.
No, he did like Mark Breeze's assistant.
Exactly. What are you talking
No,
about?
wait. He did a Magui assistant as in Magui assistant when a government the pay or government the pay Magui.
Government the pay Mark Breeze the pay.
Now I continue to tell you say no. He name not there for document for Fecafoot. And True Lion.
You not sign the contract with him.
True Lion,
No.
True Lion, my explain something for you know.
Yeah,
They
go
don't
ahead.
get no contract.
True Lion, you
With
can
Fecafoot.
drag this how you want. You understand? It is simple. 2014 decree be say you Fecafoot you go suggest with 3 coach. We go choose one of those coaches where we will finance them, right?
We go
I
choose
agree.
together.
Oh,
I agree.
okay. Ma finish.
I agree.
Well, we go choose together. You understand? Now you decide to go choose the coach. You understand? And after you choose the coach, why you choose Monangala assistant and then you turn again, you appoint how they call it Oman Big as well as adjoint. It doesn't make any sense.
It does not.
If you want choose Monangala assistant, you will choose Monangala instead of adjoint. If you get the qualification, and then you not choose Oman Big. But if you choose Monanga as assistant, you choose Oman Big as adjoint, and then you come again, you say, okay, you don't accept, you take Tungu Pile, bro. Now it's kind of repetition. Now for one post, we get 3 people with who their money.
That's the problem.
I've talked against that, right?
But we are okay with. So my point I try to make, and I say, if you just take that time, you follow it. If you I should say you need to follow them. Can me say you like in a Real Madrid football them and then grassroots football and this and that. If you take your time, follow the team. I feel like Fecafoot don't do it best for not only respect Mark Breeze, for respect the contract and everything, and work with ye the way 2014 convention be stipulate. But guess what? Mark Breeze in return, every time we get a chance for shoot, it shoots directly for president of Fecafoot. It don't not pass for Estonia, do nothing, but for press conference, Mark Breeze talk and say, now it don't know want me to win. And now my point that the reason, the fact that we continue, she don't like, oh yeah, not true. It don't want me to win. Tell me how it don't want me to win. Now minister make all arrangement for almost everything. Almost everything. Me and you see preparatory meeting.
I've seen that. That's what some of the media is saying, that Eto'o doesn't want the team to win. That's a lot of the media is saying. That's what they're saying.
But
It was even carried on the newspaper.
Eto'o est sorti justement, il a compris ça. Il a fait une sortie où il disait que beaucoup de gens pensent qu'il ne veut pas que Mark Breeze, même le Mark Breeze pense qu'il ne veut pas qu'il passe. Mais pourtant, les victoires de Mark Breeze sont ses victoires. Donc, il a intérêt plutôt que Mark Breeze gagne. Donc, il n'est pas contre ses victoires, qu'on arrête de dire ces choses-là. Il a bien fait cette sortie. Mais de toutes les façons, tu es en train de donner ton point de vue sur le match de mardi, là. Fini.
No, il a already answered the ask question. No?
Non, il était dans le feu. Tu as fini?
Il a already finished the answer the ask question.
Qui gagne le match?
No.
Cameroon will win 2-0.
Cameroon is going to win, and I've told you why Cameroon is going to win, because it's the team. As Nazako is saying that the team is not disciplined. No, the team is disciplined. The players and Mark Breeze, they're actually disciplined. They want to win, and when they play, especially in Cameroon, with the days that they have to train and all that, you will see a progressive team. You will see a good team, because even against Eswatini, they have created opportunities, but they could not hit the net, And some of these games, when the team is actually defending really deep, if you don't have that first goal to open the floodgates, it make it actually very, very difficult. Cameroon has 65% possession as opposed to 35 for Eswatini. So I think Cameroon's gonna revenge against, despite the fact that you said Cissé with Senegal had a better team. Now Cameroon has a better team than Libya. So let's see what Cissé will be able to do with a less talented team.
On vient de voir là, il y a quelques jours, l'équipe des Swatini avec de très peu de joueurs qu'on ne connaît même pas, qui ont fait face à l'équipe du Cameroun. Donc, mon problème, ce n'est pas les individualités. Ce que j'observe, c'est l'équipe, le jeu qu'ils produisent ensemble, le schéma tactique qu'ils mettent. Tu as vu les Swatini, ils ont peut-être eu 35% de possession, mais quand ils avaient le ballon, tu sentais qu'ils faisaient quelque chose. On voit ça. Bon, maintenant, je peux te suivre dans ta logique que le Cameroun gagne. Moi, je souhaite toujours que le Cameroun gagne parce que nous, les victoires de Marc Brice, c'est nos victoires. Nous, on accepte ça. Non seulement parce qu'on joue à domicile et que chez nous, on ne doit pas perdre. On doit gagner, on doit garder cet élan d'orgueil-là. Donc, je souhaite qu'on gagne. Tu comprends? Moi, je te soutiens de ce côté-là. Bon, maintenant, on va un peu essayer de... Nassako, s'il te plaît, mets le numéro pour que... on va ouvrir 5 minutes pour que les gens essaient de participer. Et aussi, on va lire un peu les commentaires là pour voir s'il y a des questions et les interventions des autres. Donc, je vais lire un peu les.
S'il vous plaît, les gens qui ont le fake account là, les gens qui ne peuvent pas, on ne peut pas mettre nos faces ici. On est en train de parler de trucs. Tout là, il utilise tout son nom et tout, il parle. Innocent est là. Toi, tu crées les faux accords, les faux comptes pour venir parler du n'importe quoi. If you know that what you're saying is honest, if you know that what you're saying is sincere, use your real Facebook account with your real names and everything, and then argue your point. Don't go and create fake accounts and come and be disturbing people.
Ejab, à salut.
Ejab,
il est au comment. Donc, Dada, je salue. Ok, il y a Wekeyendi. Unafoni, so is Eto'o past attitude a license for Onana's behavior? Why you guys are making it about Eto'o? Some of Una hate for Eto'o far outweighs Una love for Cameroonian football. That's Wekeyendi, he comment. We have this Carl Francis, I believe. We have only Vic. Cristiano Ronaldo gave advice to keeper a few hours ago against Denmark. The keeper saved the penalty. Okay. What I saw with Onana and the free kick is clear that there is no discipline in our national team. The coach is at a point. Can I
adjust something also while you're talking about? For instance, like I don't talk about a Cristiano Ronaldo issue. You understand? Cristiano Ronaldo, the do one for level of team may be organized. You understand? Maybe for Vested, they don't talk to Cristiano Ronaldo if you do this, if you do that, whatever. Cristiano Ronaldo is Cristiano Ronaldo. Trust me. Onana and Mbeumo, right now, for that national team, no man will be big man. You understand? No man will be big man. It explain why he can't talk with you, he talk for Mbeumo here. Aboubakar take the ball, he kick him. On avait vu un certain moment à l'équipe nationale de la Côte d'Ivoire. Drogba don't put ball. Yaya Touré can kick him. For Cameroon national team, Eto'o don't put ball. Stéphane Biya can kick him. You understand? Now that's small disorder the way you defeat say you play for Barcelona. The man you play for if you do any kind of stuff. When that kind of thing start happening for team, it will affect the results.
So, j'ai fini de lire le commentaire de Only Vic. Start him again. Cristiano Ronaldo gave advice to the keeper a few hours ago against Denmark. The keeper saved the penalty. When I saw with Onana and the free kick, it's clear that there's no discipline in our national team. The coach at a point don't even know what he's doing there. The captain was not even the person to take the free kick. Check Onana's reaction after the free kick. You will get to understand my point. Thank you, my brother Olevik.
By the way, shout out to my brother Only. That's my childhood friend. No When I ever hear so they say
So
they want name me. If Ministry of Youth and Sport they want find me, may they go find Olevich. He will give the all information.
So yeah, this is the comment. So now le numéro ouvert si quelqu'un va appeler parce qu'on avait quelqu'un tout à l'heure qui j'ai perdu son commentaire qui voulait qu'on mette le numéro pour qu'il participe. Donc est-ce que tu peux revenir sur les commentaires là s'il te plaît? Il y avait les gens qui demandaient le numéro. Mais le numéro ouvert, si quelqu'un a
le
quelque
numéro
chose à
là.
dire,
You want
qu'il
to
se
call,
connecte,
you can call WhatsApp or what is the other thing? Directly
line.
if you're in America. Yeah, well, you can call on WhatsApp or whatever and make your contributions. We have a few minutes to go. True Lion.
Yes, sir.
And if you wait me, you I don't know what an amount of move can answer or I like what you show them here. So by the time one kumba well, master. Okay, some person in the call. More take the person in the call. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Je pense qu'on ne le comprend pas.
One second.
On regarde la technique.
Okay. Hey, the person, just give me 1 minute, I'll call you back.
Right, the problem. I think Onana is doing a great job to shield the others. Everybody's shielding an Onana while he's actually shielding the whole team. Because every time you hear the Cameroon national team is playing Onana, he can take the pressure. So he's taking the pressure off the others.
Yeah, I mean, on peut voir ça comme ça. Est-ce qu'on peut aussi voir dans le sens que d'autres joueurs peuvent être en train de se plaindre en cachette que voilà, qu'est-ce qu'il est en train de faire?
We don't know that yet. We don't know that yet.
Même ce que tu dis, we don't know that yet.
And his performance has been good, right? I mean, you see his performance on the field, clean sheet. His performance is good. So
clean sheet for what?
It was 0-0, bro.
And these are some of the things when I want to start saying, you guys will say, Nasako, you hate Onana and this and that. You understand? We are talking about winning and going top of the table and staying top of the table. You're telling me about clean sheet. So now it's more important for Onana to make a clean sheet than for Cameroon to go to the World Cup.
Is that what I said?
That is almost what you said.
That's not what I said. I say his performance was good.
We get caller. Hello, Baba.
My brother.
You get me?
Fine.
I see as you don't forget me.
Boss, we are live on a show right. We are live on a show right now. I thought it was one of our participants that was calling.
Oh, my bad. I'll talk to you later then.
Okay, let me call you right after the show, please.
All right, bye.
Okay, thank you. It's not my small thing be corner so.
Il faut answer, man.
Yeah, my call ask my Chula, thank you for being patient, Baba. Hello, Baba.
Yes, hello, you get me now?
Yeah, we get you very well now.
Okay, yeah. I tried to call earlier. I don't know if it happened. I did get you very faintly.
Man, the whole season don't mess me up to the big time. I don't know what's happened.
Yeah, the beginning, the lines they be really be friendly. Now at some point, now later on we don't be now very clear.
Okay, you want to make some contributions?
Yeah. One just talk with the match and what the people think and all that. But of course, no matter how the preparations be really good.
Most start first or some for that Onana situation where the tell Buemo team for do. What do you think?
Yes, I be tell some person Mandela in show today earlier. Say I be huge fan for Andre Onana.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel say that particular move it be very unnecessary, especially if no be take the free kick. Because we don't see situations where goalkeeper they take free kick, right?
Yeah.
But that particular situation, if no be take the free kick, I don't think say we need to go right there and be there at that point for that length of time. So I think say it be unnecessary for if we'll be at that point, for there at that point. If we allow Bemo and Abubakar and who else decide which say the one do, if the one doing a direct kick or the one doing a cross or something. So now me I look at for that particular part, say it was not necessary. I don't know if I would say it was wrong, but I know say that particular action was unnecessary at that point.
Unnecessary action be wrong. Continue, bro. Continue, Baba.
Yeah, so now I look at yes. So for the Onana action at that point for that free kick, I don't get much to say. Oh, I just feel and say they unnecessary. You not get for if I be there for a position, I not for do that thing at that point.
Ok, Ejab, et quel est ton point de vue sur le match lui-même?
But some man tell me say that I don't feel say anything Onana do for that particular time. Now say the one sees a 2 or do something because people they always anything Onana do people they feel say na against the 2. Yes, now my point that so I be trying to tell them say you feel hate Onana. You feel like a 2 without hating on Onana. Now the thing that you know must be say if you're an Onana fan, then you know be a 2 fan, or if you be a 2 fan, you know be an Onana fan. Now the point that they try to make up for some people earlier today.
Yeah, and also may Onana not give you be a 2 fan good reason for hating. Continue, Baba. How you think about
No,
the
but
game?
Onana.
How you think about the game? I didn't talk you Ejab. How you think about the game itself?
No, the game was horrible. It was horrible. I know even though the preparation was poor, but that didn't warrant Cameroon to tie with Eswatini. No, it was poor. The performance was poor.
To be honest with me personally, I don't feel like that is bad too. I know Launa, I know female
No, it
is bad. For the condition, the way they travel.
Okay.
Now, what I mean, I blame them more
It
on
bad.
the preparation. You understand? And then for that guy
No.
to go reach for that place, and then
I will make a comment. Here, and then look at 2-0, 3-0 or something based on the preparation. Because I'm not saying they're not prepared fine. 1-0 score line or 2-1 score line against Eswatini will be good. But the match was poor. Transitioning was very slow. Same way, no get creative midfielders. You get to rely on your fullbacks for big crosses. There were no crosses for coming from them. The few crosses where they become no be make sense. And keeping Abubakar for that length of time, like I said, I'm not be fan for saying me Abubakar quit national team, but Abubakar not get to be that indispensable player away. Once he must be a starter. If you keep it, bring it in for 16 minutes or start it, get it out on the 16 minutes. That thing for keep it that long. Then I'll also be very surprised. Say Basogok play until the 75th minute. Because Basogok will start the game. If you see some flashes of good or still good game for the game, but by the 40th minute, it will don't be lost for the game. So I'll be teasing at that halftime change where they change Madrid. If we change na Basogok, na so me and look at. So Basogok, Basogok and Abubakar, they last for a very long time. The Namaso young man where he come in for the first time. This is not the kind of game we really need to expect a lot from him. But from the few touches, the way make come and the few position in them, it show like say will be it shows some positives for the game. So defense, I'm not really talk about defense because Eswatini will not be a threat to Cameroon. But me, I not be expect Cameroon for put all that kind of show. They need for score at least a goal. They had 1 or 2 or 3 chances. Playing a team like Eswatini, even though they play low block, you will get to create more chances because the midfield is mostly seen lateral passes from Hongla to Baleba to Tolo, and Baleba to play the game like if they undermine Eswatini. No see that in energy and box to box play we don't play for previous games. So now, so I look at the game. I know say the preparation be really poor, but I know they expect Cameroon for just walk in the park. Like I mentioned the other day for your show, say it's not going to be a walk in the park because the preparations are very poor. But at least they need even a 1 goal, 1-0 or 2-1 victory because Eswatini, somebody be saying man no be food because Eswatini players are playing in South Africa. But that are starting 11. Now one player they play for South Africa and the player they play for an elite team. He play for one and Richard Bay. The other one player they play for Botswana. The remaining 9 they play for the Eswatini League. And based on CAF rankings, Eswatini they below Cameroon League. They 24th for CAF rankings, Cameroon they 20th. So I nobody expect anything from the Eswatini. Yeah, for CAF ranking, they be 24th.
Ejab. Now why that would they talk say?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, coach call player the way they be active, even if they play about Tombe United. May he call player the way they be disciplined. May he call player the way when he put in place a technical strategy, they will respect them. May he call player the way they will come on time for camp and stuff like that. Now that's small kind of thing the football need them.
No. That's very true.
But
that's very true because
let me ask you a question.
Angita, Yes, ask me.
No, me and talk to you and talk.
I want to say Angisa and Neyu they injured. We don't know if they will be ready for the Libya match, and we never get them any. We don't know if they will get any backup call. They will call any player yet to fill those gaps. And then coach will also make some comment after game say some 4 new players. They were. I don't know if not the wrong. Like I talk sometimes the way they want to talk until it makes sense. The choice of what they be wrong. He say 4 new players they never ever see them. So I don't know how you call up player they never ever see them. Yeah.
True Lion, you hear no?
No, but you guys have to know the context. What
like this?
I hear you faintly. Nazako.
None.
Okay, Nazako. You have to bring the question where they ask the coach. You know, so that coach, first of all, I mean, his language of choice will not be.
Bring coach where they ask coach.
Exactly.
We have to
Now,
we have to know the context.
What do you think about the?
So I be talk earlier today. Say I don't know if you talk say. I don't know if you talk now. Say 4 players they never ever see them train with Cameroon, or 4 players they never see them play for that club side. I don't know which one you talk. Now I talk say sometimes them either one talks until it makes sense, but the choice of words and the meaning, between the context of the comment.
Club side because of the other interview the other day for press conference, he said he don't watch all that player that 90 minutes. And you don't watch about 3,000, 1,000 or 3,000 players.
Over 2,000 players.
Now so
Okay. So he come back now can talk now say never see 4 new players in there for the score. We never see them play. So the problem is never see them play like with the amongst the other Lions, amongst the other Cameroonians.
What do you think about the upcoming game?
Cameroon Libya.
Yes.
Cameroon will beat Libya. Cameroon will beat Libya. But I just be worried. Say Cameroon don't play 3 away games for World Cup qualifiers. They never win no one, and you cannot make it to the World Cup without winning away games. And at the fear say this thing will happen for Cameroon now. This is one game where they draw. So if you affect them at the long run, because now the same situation this way Cameroon be there for 2006 where they be able to beat their closest rivals like Ivory Coast home and away. They go draw with Sudan, draw with Libya, and make another enough to go World Cup. So when you get those smaller teams, they always plenty past the tougher teams. Make sure so you grab all your points from the smaller teams. So that even if you lose to those bigger teams, you still there on a good place. You understand? And when you start tying the kind of game them, if it affect you on the long run, that's why they look the thing. So because for 2006, Cameroon failed. Now because if they will just get 3 points from either Libya game or Sudan game, Cameroon for make to that World Cup 2006. That situation will happen where on the last day we'll start remember the Eswatini game say the guy that be travel on time. If we just score 1 goal, if Mbembo just score that goal, or Abubakar score that goal, like, they welcome now. So the first the kind of situation will happen.
You know who will blame at the end of the day?
Who will blame him?
Samuel Eto'o.
Nah, they don't blame Sam. Any man to get a person will blame him. They always blame.
Coach interview where he talk say President no one may win no.
That's so you know what I may win. I don't understand how, because of it probably talks say no one say win because of the Joachim guy we there on the side. But the problem is saying no fear of stress on that Joachim where you be the head coach. I'm not saying most teams the way the head coach they contact their assistant or get 1 or 2 opinions. But at the end of the day, now you be the boss. So you know feel over stress on the fact that you don't get your assistant in the network because your assistant no day. What if that assistant fall sick? Where health wise, you know, if you there around for 1 or 2 months, you mean say you quit coaching for that time? We not over focus on the assistant thing. Yes, coach they need assistant, but me not being at the main issue because now you be the head coach.
And if you know very well, say that assistant be very important. HR, thank you very much for your contribution. More open line another person call. If you know very well, say
no problem.
By the way, happy birthday, Baba. Enjoy your day. I've added for the line up. Now just if you say today na your day, maybe you don't want joke on side and stuff like that.
No, thank you. I appreciate. Thank you.
Birthday, Baba. Bon anniversaire.
Thank you.
So what I was saying is now the reason that way, Mr. Mark Breeze, when they were giving you the contract and all of that stuff, you for make a ministry understand say, hey, na so. Even for the beginning, when you realize it, so the teen day, you forgot me to pick a foot. You know what? I need a compromise from you guys. I will do like this and this and this and this, and then I will do me this and this and this and this. But you just think you say, because when the company tell you to be a boss, because when an tell you to be a boss, you feel like you just bully any other person. In a work so, we can for executive, maybe even Samuel Eto'o. Mama said in a code for day. Any other person who want call phone number that come make a contribution more wrap up the team my grandfather.
When I don't finish shock, now you want some you go rest. You see how you did, no? You see how you provoke you, True Lion.
No, I like the tune I say they like True Lion. I want to conclude. It they like True Lion really follow the thing they like back.
I follow and I say I get my own thought process.
Yeah.
No, if you follow and he do interview with time and stuff like that.
No, at the forum, I get my own thought process, and I have to check, I have to verify all of my sources.
Now
if it makes sense.
You at least know about the interview, and you know what he talk for the interview. But then when you ask people, you say,
and you keep repeating things.
Nobody interview since 6 months. Guess what? They come up from Morocco for nobody 6 months. We go talk that rubbish. Go talk.
I asked you if that was the interview you made 6 months ago. It was a question.
Be the fuller, you know, go ask about another interview. That's just what I'm saying.
Yeah, because you know there's a lot of fake news coming out from Cameroon, man. So I have to check all my sources. Cameroonians lie a lot.
Okay.
So about him threatening to resign, you haven't heard about it.
You know why about that one?
Now boom.
You don't know it would the shock for choke may resign. So if he give you back half money.
No, but he ain't gonna resign. He gonna let you guys fire him so that you give him money.
Wait until
it's only been paid.
Wait until we put in pressure.
The whole contract. You get the money, the whole contract.
That's another thing. Do you even think it's fair? True Lion.
Do I think it's fair? The minister wants him. The minister is happy with him.
So if he happy with him even before he wants to start work, or he happy with him after they already start work?
The minister is happy with him, bro. You guys are failing to understand one thing. Minister wants him there.
Okay. I think so. We end the show now because we already do 2 hours. I need for drive. I go.
All right.
Yeah, go ahead.
True Lion.
Yes, sir.
On se retrouve vers la fin. Est-ce que tu as un mot pour une conclusion que tu peux donner pour tous les sujets qu'on a parlé là?
Yeah, of course.
Oui, vas-y, donne ton mot de fin.
Yes, of course. I mean, yes, of course. This is my last word, right? It's just quite unfortunate. I think both entities, I keep on saying that need to work together in order to get our football going. If not, we'll always have this problem. It's been decades upon decades we're having the same problems. So we have to actually fix that.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much. Alors, pour mon mot de fin, avant de passer la parole à Nasako pour qu'il donne le sien, je pense que on doit arrêter ce désordre. Mais la politique du pourrissement ne va pas nous aider pour le foot parce que puisque quand tu rates une qualification, tu as raté, tu vas attendre l'autre campagne. Donc, essayons de mettre de l'ordre dans ce qu'on fait. Si c'est le ministère qui fait mal, qui s'immisce dans les affaires de la fédération, qu'il se ressaisisse, qu'il se concentre sur ses missions à lui assigner. Maintenant, si c'est la FECAFOOT qui a des manquements sur les missions qui lui sont assignées, qu'elle se ressaisisse et se mette au travail. Et qu'on enlève toutes ces... Et s'il y a des questions de discipline, réglez-les. Si les joueurs sont indisciplinés, mettez-les de côté. Prenez ceux qui sont disciplinés. C'est comme ça qu'on construit un groupe. On ne peut pas construire un groupe avec des individualités. Maintenant, pour le match face à la Libye, je crois que c'est mardi, les gars, bonne chance. Donnez-nous la victoire parce qu'à la fin, c'est notre victoire. C'est le Cameroun qui gagne.
Yeah, for me, my conclusion will be one thing. The greatest country you see on earth, they have one thing that we don't have. They have laws and principles, and they have rules that guide them, and they respect. Even when no one is looking at you, you do your possible best. If we have a society where 80-90% persons are making sure that they are respecting the rules and the regulations and the laws and the decrees and whatever, trust me, we don't need for stress, they will stress. And it's not only about you respecting these laws and this and that. It's about you respecting me. It's about me respecting you. Because whether I like it or not, there's a reason why all these 5 fingers are not the same, but all of them are in the same hand. And when you plan to carry something, all of them be support in their own small way. If we start living a life where somebody feels like they are too big and they can just go around and do things the way they want to do, and this other person doesn't have to, it's not going to work. Division of labor don't prove to be the best system for the world. You do your own small, I do my own small. We cannot function like that if you feel like you will do your own and then you can't tell me how to do my own. Life need to work that way. Life need to work that way. It is true sometimes you can chip in an idea or two, but if you don't do it respectfully, it will be more disastrous than be constructive. With national team, not get no problem. We have a good group of players. It is show for the first game they be played, was it against Cape Verde in Cameroon?
Cabo Verde, yeah.
The only reason they win are because they were unanimous. There was that respect. I'm not sure some person one kick, free kick, some man come over pool, can't they have a kick him? What I was just saying is, once you start doing things like that, it will just highlight the fact, say, there is disorder. That is somebody who doesn't trust the other person. It doesn't work like that. Let's give each and every player their role. May they assume that if you be captain, if you be coach, if you be player, play for Paul. If you be president of Fikafoot, when I don't want to again, no. You need to come again for fee. You need to come again for vestiaire. All of a sudden,
On va.
ça m'a dépassé. I'm telling you.
On va s'arrêter là, mais il faut aussi préciser que c'est la fédération qui donne les accréditations à qui doit entrer au vestiaire ou pas. Donc, si la fédération ne veut pas que quelqu'un entre au vestiaire, la fédération ne lui donne pas l'accréditation. Donc, sur ce, prenez soin de vous, abonnez-vous, suivez-nous, commentez, et likez et partagez. Bonsoir.